And we are back. Couch Company Podcast. I am John. With me, as always, is Tyler.
Hey, I'm sorry. I cut that out a little quick.
That's fine.
Okay.
And with me also today, other John, or John number 2.
What's up?
All right. Hold on.
Number
Okay,
2.
let's dissect this.
I'm trying to think.
You can't be John number 1.
I think I knew you before Perez.
Maybe.
No way.
I think he was still in diapers. So
Yeah, the fuck out of
I
here.
got
First time I met John was at Nate's parents, but he was like staying at the next door.
in the apartment.
apartment,
upstairs,
yeah.
yeah.
We'll have
That's
to go
the
to
first time
the
I-
records. Anyway,
The records.
what's up, John? Hey.
Hey.
It must have been close though.
Thanks for having me.
It was very close. I was meeting new people. Actually, no, it had to have been because I thought I was actually meeting you when I sold him the monitor.
This is true.
So
It was me first.
It
was me first.
Might
Yeah,
actually be John too.
I'm one.
Oh wow.
Actually, wait.
yeah.
Let's go even deeper. Why is
no.
this? Why
Well-
are we settling numbers through your perspective? Why is your perspective the primary?
Because if I'm referring, obviously you are John 1 to you because you met yourself first. You're John 1 to you because you met yourself first. I'm the tiebreaker.
do you ever really
This is
meet
true.
yourself though?
Yeah. I think you meet yourself usually.
On very certain trips, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some vitamins.
Some vitamins.
Some vitamins in the
I was
middle of
watching-
the desert.
I was watching Pat McAfee today, and he's like, you know who Pat McAfee is?
Yeah, he's like the fantasy football guy.
Not really.
Look,
was a
man,
punter.
I had
That's-
a
He was a punter.
That's
I had
a
a one in-
fantastic
like
guess.
Like a
Yeah.
points for, points against kind of thing.
yeah.
It was so funny when I heard that. Were you trolling when you said that?
I was,
Absolutely.
and then Ted was like the most helpful guy.
Yeah.
So like John texted me, he's like, "You were trolling, so
So
this is
just-
how I handled it."
For the audience sake, we have a fantasy football chat, and someone was talking about points for, points against, but abbreviated. And then Tyler's like, "What? What do these things mean?"
No, I brought it up because I was looking at the scores because I'm actually 3-1 right now. So it's me and Ted actually like leading the pack.
Which is surprising because Ted's usually in so many leagues that he doesn't do well in other leagues. So
And I'm looking at these points and I'm like, not like I'm dead last, like by a significant amount.
Yeah.
oh,
it's
like
so
you're only like
fucked up.
400 or something.
Like
yeah,
like
you're
it's
low fours.
very, very
Yeah.
low. And
You
I'm just
play the
laughing.
worst guy every week.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Dude.
And I still
Am I
win.
first still? Maybe not after last week, but I
I'm
was
not sure.
I
In-
was
in
first in
points?
terms of points.
sure.
I think Mike is actually
Now
maybe.
I was putting up
Although Mike didn't break 100 last week.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's how I
was
won.
barely over
That's how
100.
Tyler
Yeah,
won,
that's
yes.
so funny. Remember when you were worried?
I know. I looked at him, I'm like, man, my guys did not perform. And then Mike's guys were like, hold our beers. And then literally drank beers apparently before the game and
Yeah.
hurt themselves.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, Pat McAfee was a punter for the Indianapolis Colts,
Yeah.
and he's a really funny guy. He has like a show now or whatever.
What's the show called?
The Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, imagine. On,
Oh
on
shit,
the
you're wearing
YouTube
that. That's his thing. John's wearing his
For the brand.
for the brand. Yeah,
for the brand every
See?
time.
He's punting a ball.
Yep.
He's running, punting, and hiking the ball?
Yeah, snapping. Yeah,
Snapping. That's it.
he's a big special teams guy.
Anyways,
Alright.
he's got like a bunch of highlights where he just fucking kills people on kickoffs and shit. Like a
Yeah.
bunch of weird ones.
Yeah, yeah,
And like the onside kick where he kicked it to himself.
yeah. That was pretty impressive. Yeah, he
They
has-
had to implement a new rule because he kicked it and then just ran after the ball and got it real quick.
Yep.
So you're not allowed to do that now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Tyler's
Why?
looking to be like,
You
oh, that's so
have to-
exciting.
Like, why
when
not?
I get-
Well, I mean, because people get hurt that way.
That's such a
Trying-
fucking
trying
stupid
to-
rule.
trying
High
to
risk, high reward, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, all the week they've been having with the Tua stuff. I mean,
The what?
Is he suing the NFL?
I don't know. Is he? I haven't heard
I
about that.
I heard he was talking to someone, and I'm like, dude, you probably begged them to play.
Well, that's why I made a comment yesterday whenever Naheem Hines went down. I said they're gonna start telling guys, hey, if you get hit in the head, just lay down. We'll come get you.
Yeah,
We'll pick you up.
yeah, yeah.
We'll
yeah,
pick you
yeah,
up, and
yeah,
we'll-
yeah.
that's the way.
Yeah,
If you want a chance at clearing this concussion protocol,
Right.
air quotes for those of you that are not catching on,
dude,
yeah.
100%.
I don't know. Like,
Do you know what happened?
no, I have
Oh,
no idea.
okay,
This
so-
is Sports Corner. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You
I don't-
invited John, so you
No,
know what's
I
gonna
know.
happen.
This is
on
my
you.
this is my daily dose. Like every couple months, I'm like, okay, hey, I should probably know about the old
yeah,
football.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, was pretty good.
That's
It was
very
really
good.
good. It was really good.
He got just fucking hammered. Well, it happened
Twice.
against the Bills.
Twice.
Yeah, and he gets up and he's fucking stumbling. All right, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's fucked. Like his brain's mashed potatoes." So they bring him into the
He's gonna
locker
start
room.
wearing a MAGA hat and all that jazz.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So he goes into the locker room. And then he comes out for the second half, and we're all like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?" And everyone's like,
Pounded a couple Red Bulls. Like, put me in,
"Yeah,
coach.
exactly."
It
You
happened
ain't
like
seen nothing.
30 seconds before halftime, pretty much.
Yeah,
and they took
yeah.
him back to the locker room.
So it was like 20 minutes. This guy,
Yeah.
and they evaluated him, air quotes, and then he comes back on, plays the second half, wins the game. Okay,
Yeah,
so everyone's like,
miraculous.
"Okay," and
he's fine.
everyone's like kind of questioning it, but like
Yeah.
not crazy. But they're like, "Wait a minute," and they're like, "Oh, he passed all the tests and blah blah blah."
That's all they ever tell you. They don't tell you what the tests are. They just go, "Oh, he passed all the
Like
tests."
they don't have like a results of like,
You're
hey,
not-
look, he
they're not
drew
public.
this
Yeah,
line
yeah.
in a maze.
Draw a
He
straight
stayed in the
line.
lines,
Yeah.
To my knowledge, they're not public.
No,
So.
no. Well, here's what
man.
happens: you take a test when you come into the league. Okay, like a standardized thing.
Wonderlic tests.
Yeah.
A what?
And-
The Wonderlic test.
Wonderlic.
yeah, the Wonderlic hardly knower test, and you take it, and I guess it's just basic questions or some shit, like easy
It's
shit.
I think it's random assortments of just garbage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just comprehension, and
Like how you get into kindergarten.
for sure.
Like, cut this spiral out.
No, I don't think
So
so.
you're
No.
left-handed,
when
and
you
we're
have-
going to give you a right-handed.
Actually
scissors.
looked
Okay,
up-
I'm still over to
I've
that.
actually
but
looked up
yes.
Wonderlic
see.
test scores. I'm going to look them up real quick.
So, anyways, there's all these stories of all these players that are like, "Oh yeah, you purposely bomb that." So whenever they have you take the test, when they think you have a concussion, you pass it because your score is so low. You know what I mean?
And this is me just being ignorant about concussions. So that like cognitive, like that's partially with a concussion. Like you just can't.
Yeah. You can't
Wow.
focus. You can't, dude. It's a brain injury. Like, You're,
So like your brain gets sloshed
fine
around
motor
and-
skills get
It's
fucked
all,
up. Yeah.
It's all hazy.
Yeah. Concussion happens, and I'm not a doctor, but I could be. So a concussion happens when your brain hits your skull. So
Yeah.
it fucks you up.
If you
Anyways,
hit your skull so bad that your brain flipped around, do you think you'd suddenly be good at like the arts?
You would probably
probably
die.
be dead,
Probably
but yeah,
die.
maybe.
Okay.
That's artful.
Nah, I'm just trying to contribute. Continue. Tell me more
was
about
your
young
best
McAfee.
effort?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so
I'm just kidding. I know it's
Tua
not McAfee.
Tua goes down, and then he comes back to play next week
On Thursday.
on Thursday. So it's
So
4 days.
Short week for this guy.
Yeah, he played
Usually
Sunday.
he plays Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Thursday is a Thursday night game, which oh my gosh, what a terrible game yesterday.
Holy fuck!
Okay.
The
But,
Broncos are dead.
They're terrible, dude.
My
They're dead.
Melvin Gordon III did fine.
Wait,
Nah,
really?
dude, fuck
He didn't
that guy,
fumble
dude.
8 times this time.
Dude,
He
I
got
had
me
him
13 points.
I had him under 53.5 because how many yards he got?
54.
Yeah, fuck
You
me.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I was gonna bet Broncos, and I was like, John, they're not good.
don't do that.
They're not good.
So wait a minute.
They're not
Because
good.
Melvin Gordon did better by half a yard,
I lost a bet.
you
yeah.
lost the bet.
Yeah.
Because he said under.
He had 12 yards going into the fourth quarter.
Look, buddy, take
Oh
it from
my God, who broke
take it
like
from
one?
a 3-1 guy
Overtime.
in
Overtime.
fantasy.
Fuck that.
You need to take a look at my players
Yeah.
and
Just
bet accordingly. That's all I have to say.
for them. Yeah. Every
Yeah.
time I think
Over
about it, just
every-
take the
over
opposite.
yards,
Yeah.
all
Everything.
Tyler's
Just
players.
all my
Yeah.
guys.
You have Kelsey.
He
That's
does.
Monday night game.
You have Kelsey.
He
Just
does.
over yards, over receptions, fucking to the moon.
So not
Tua-
McAfee. What's this guy? What's his name?
Tua Tagovailoa comes
So I just
out.
wanted to make sure he could do it twice.
I could do it twice.
very good.
He's Hawaiian, I think. Polynesian.
is he?
Polynesian,
is the
Polynesian,
correct, is the
yeah.
correct term.
It's not
Anyways,
Billy Bob.
fuck
That's a
Billy
callback
Bob.
from last episode. Sorry. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, so he comes out to play against who they play against?
4 days later.
They played against
They played the Bengals.
the Bengals.
on
Thank
Thursday
you.
night.
And he gets rocked again. But this
Absolutely
time he's
just-
on the ground, and I guess it's called fencing. Everyone knows this word now because like
Yeah.
everyone's been talking about it. So his fingers are like fucked up, and so he's like this.
But they're in his face like this over his eyes.
Yeah, like he can't move, like
Like
he's
this.
frozen.
Is that like medical, like, or that's the slang?
Yeah, it's called fencing. So you sustain a brain injury, and I guess there's so many electrical surges going throughout your body that your fucking muscles seize up or something.
Oh, so it's not like his fingers looked like a fence in front of his face.
No.
I'm not even trolling. Like that's what I like.
No,
the way you held it
no.
up, I'm like, oh, it
I
looks
have
like
no
a
idea
fence.
why they
Okay.
call it that.
I
yeah.
gotcha.
But it was really scary.
Boy, I must
Anyways,
sound like a complete idiot. I love it.
so anyway, this is how I sound every week. So, so now everyone's like going crazy because they're like, dude, how could you let him play? First of all, no, like if he didn't get hurt in that game, no one would have said shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But now everyone's like, oh my God, like we need to protect the players, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, first of all, this guy begged to play probably. He like did everything he could to play. So it's like.
Hot take.
Yeah.
He needs to learn how to fall.
Didn't he get sacked?
Right, but both times instead of like letting he lets his head just like flop back. You're supposed to tuck your chin. Anyone that's ever fallen before, like in a professional matter or like in like karate and all that stuff, you're taught tuck your chin so your head doesn't smash on the ground behind you. But go on.
No, you're right. I mean, the first one it was because he got pushed
both times. He
was it both?
Yeah, both times his head just snapped back because he's just willy-nilly with his head and just letting it go freely.
What's really funny is like you'll watch a football game with your dad, who's older. And he's like, I thought these helmets were just supposed to protect people, and I'm like, well, your brain's like inside your skull. You can't. How do you protect that?
A helmet's like a second skull, right?
Yeah, but how do you protect something inside you? Like if there's enough force, your brain's gonna move.
What's gonna happen down the line?
You know what I'm saying?
All these guys
is that a stupid take?
It's gonna be a giant video game. That's all.
No.
It's gonna be like Ready Player One. Everyone's just in a little.
It's gonna be worse.
Little Timmy.
Maybe
it's gonna be worse.
Worse.
I think we're gonna get worse. I think we're gonna try to get better, but as society degrades into cyberpunk, it's gonna get worse. We're gonna bring back the Coliseum.
And we talked about, was this last week? We talked about Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
So it's funny because we're talking about it and it's like, oh yeah, and then the Coliseum came. But we're going to regress so much that like what we consider like the Coliseum, like back in Coliseum days, it's like, all right, here's a guy, here's a stick with a nail in it. Unleash the, 12 tigers. Let's see what happens. That was like brutal Coliseum. We're going to get so like fluff now. It's like, all right, here's the guy. Make sure he has his 12 helmets on and all his padding and like
you should
unleash the rabbit.
You should see him during training camp. So they've tried to make the game, quote, safer. So
during training specifically?
During training. They don't want people to get hurt, right? So during training camp, they wear their helmet and then they wear like a giant padded helmet over their helmet. So it's like extra, like they look like. If you ever seen like 5-year-olds play,
that's
like
how
that's how 5-year-olds play football now.
Yeah,
that's how they're required to play now at that age for obvious reasons.
Sure,
but they make all the NFL players wear these things during training camp. It is if you like are a football fan and grew up watching football and like
it's gotta be funny, right?
It's hilarious
it's pretty
because it's grown men wearing a helmet. Usually know their pads because. They're not really hitting in training camp. Sometimes they do, but
it's stupid
with an extra pad on top of their helmet.
Yeah.
So in case they fall.
What if we made a football team?
Okay.
And we are the Spartans.
Okay.
And it's
cultural appropriation, but
it's just straight up like every practice you're playing like it is the Super Bowl. Oh. You are hitting full on.
The stupidest idea I've heard.
No, but I'm saying like eventually you will just find the team that can take it.
Or that lives long enough.
Yeah.
Can I introduce you to the 70s of football?
I'm just saying, like, play your hardest and like it they might not wake up the next day, but you're gonna have one hell of a game that Thursday night.
What
are you talking about?
I'm just saying it's for the fans, right? Like I'm just saying like Pro Bowl, right? Pro Bowl is a way to see all of the best players we have, and like no one plays. Oh, is Pro Bowl gone?
They've taken it away.
Ah, my grandfather would be so
happy.
Wait,
what?
Oh yeah, it's now a skills competition.
Well, they always did the skills competition.
They don't even play. They're not going to play the game.
That's something like a Make-A-Wish. Like,
Make-A-Wish,
oh my gosh.
Well, it was getting so ridiculous because like they were literally not tackling anymore.
Yeah.
Why would you? Like 60-60. Yeah.
What we need is a bounty bowl in the Pro Bowl. That's what we need. You know what I mean? Start fucking paying people to hurt people.
Or you need it's like, hey, we
need Sean Payton as a coach
with like
the
a
bounty
word.
bowl. Yes.
We would like a word.
Like you have a gambling debt. That's fine. Like come play your hardest, and if you're the best running back and score the most fantasy points, we wipe your debt.
Yeah. Or like you get to see your family again. You know what I mean? Like
I
want to see. You're gonna run pretty fucking hard.
I was gonna say maybe like we'll put your kids through college, but we'll kidnap them. And
two sides of the same coin. Yeah.
This has taken quite the turn.
Well, I'm just saying
this is the Christian couch. Anything can happen here. I mean, this is really what it's all about.
Just make it interesting. I don't know. So how is Palomalu? Is he like good?
He's probably one of the best safeties of all time.
He's got CTE though, 100%.
You think so?
Yes. Yeah. Hair commercials. I'm sorry, that was a little racist. What's the Hawaiian guy's name? other Hawaiian
to
guys?
Tunga Vailoa.
Yeah, how's he
Tungavailoa.
doing? Is he all right? How's he doing?
You said
Is he cool?
Palomalu.
Yeah, isn't Palomalu Hawaiian too?
Oh, I see.
See where I was
did.
going?
You did a
Yeah.
racism.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
Why
you.
don't you
I
ask
got
about
you.
Manti Teo next?
I'm sorry, what?
How's his
Gesundheit?
girlfriend?
Manti Teo.
Oh
Ask
my
about
goodness.
Manti Teo.
All right.
Wait. So Manti Teo, what happened to him? I saw.
What do you mean?
He's
They
the
had
guy
net-
with the fake girlfriend and
Yeah,
shit.
the Netflix doc. They had that
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
But did he ever play or anything?
Yeah, he played for San Diego. He played for the Saints.
Was he good?
No.
Oh,
He was terrible. By the time he got to the NFL, his life was in shambles.
yeah.
He was drafted in the second round.
Yeah. He
But
was
boy, did
Notre
he-
Dame, right?
Notre Dame, right?
Because he was like really good.
He was a Heisman Trophy
yeah,
candidate. He was a
right.
pride and joy Notre Dame.
And he got a documentary.
Yeah, because of all the.
There's this whole thing with you. You want to? You probably know it more than me.
I watched the documentary.
Yeah, sorry. So,
What's the thesis of the documentary?
A person that not really didn't really know each other, but they were from the same from Hawaii as well. Pretended to be a girl that he fell in love with.
He got
got
catfished. Yeah.
What
He
I
got
thought.
catfished at all. He got catfished.
Okay.
Little
Yeah.
Plot twist.
little plot twist.
Plot twist. The guy that catfished him is now a woman.
Wow.
Yeah,
Plot twist.
That's a plot
that
twist.
doesn't seem as surprising as the first half of the story. but-
All of this is surprising to me. We went from just a nice old punter kicking to himself to
Yep.
Yeah. Well, so and then he.
Anyways, the reason I brought up Pat McAfee
yeah.
30 minutes ago
So how is Pat doing?
was because he's like, I don't know, he's like, well, he's doing well, but he, I guess he's doing like college game day now, so like
yeah,
Saturdays.
Super awesome.
Yeah,
Like as an announcer.
yeah. It's
like to the pregame show.
the pregame,
you never
like on-
watched it, but Saturday mornings they like talk about every college game that's going to happen that day, and they have they go to a college town and make it a big thing. It's like a big party. They start at like 7:00 in the morning.
He's the perfect guy for it.
Yeah.
Just
Partying
wild.
all the time.
Yeah,
All right.
well, it's college.
Good
yeah.
for him. Yeah.
Anyways, he's out. I don't know where he's at right now, but there's a sign. Kansas. There's a sign in the.
4-0.
They are.
They are.
That's the story. Anyways, there's this sign in the background and part of all the Kansas folk that said make vitamins legal or something, legalize vitamins. So that's from at the beginning of the show.
So that was the full circle. That was the
vitamins,
punchline.
Oh, it's funny, dude. It made me laugh.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Legalize
Oh my
vitamins.
gosh.
Oh man, you guys ever take those Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so there are
tasted
two
terrible.
types. One is a
You didn't like
one,
them?
Well, one's like a pasty one.
Yeah.
Like when you chew it up, it's like almost like this pasty
Chalk.
one. And
Okay.
but there's another one that's like,
Gummy.
oh no. So there are two chalks.
Two chalks.
One
Yeah.
that's more of a like when you chew it up, it's like a paste and tastes bad, and the other one has stronger flavor but is like grittier. So it's
Yep,
like even
remember that
worse
one.
texture.
I think I had the gritty.
I had the gritty one.
yeah, but it's like a better flavor than the other one. So the other one had like better mouth feel, but worse flavor. I don't know.
Those things made us invincible, right? Like that's peak science.
I think so. I am the epitome of, or no, epitome of health. Is epitome is good, right?
Well,
Epitome-
Antithesis is the opposite.
no,
Depends how you
no,
say
no.
it.
The epitome.
Yeah, the
I am the
I mean Pitt's
Epitome.
the one that's kind of Pitt's bad. Pitt's down.
Yeah.
Pitt sucks.
Whoa.
Wow.
It's just because they
They're
lost
no
last
Kansas
week.
City.
Come on,
Pitt's
now.
not good, dude.
They're gonna lose tomorrow too.
They are gonna lose
Oh
tomorrow.
my god, I can
You
say
can't-
anything. Watch. I don't know. Serving spoon. Make that sports. I'm just looking at a serving spoon across the way now.
Spoon. So I've never played a game of spoons like the card game, but everyone loves that game.
It's such a good game.
Yeah.
How have you not played that before?
I don't know. I've never played it,
Uh-huh.
but everyone's like, "Oh, I fucking love spoons," and I'm like, "Dude, I've never played it."
I used
And
to
they
play it in
always,
high school in soccer,
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
class. We used to play it.
yeah.
Tons of fun.
You're
Yeah.
saying there's like a sports spoon?
I feel like
thing?
that's the closest I can get to sports.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
Spoons could be a sport.
Hey, anything can be a sport, man.
Sure.
That's not true.
Chess is a sport.
Yeah, chess is a sport.
Okay.
There you go.
See, like I don't think.
That's my thesis.
Oh, okay.
Anything can be a sport. Look at chess.
Is figure
The end.
skating a sport?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's just it's like
Anything in the
interpretation.
Olympics is
see,
a sport.
The world
Interpretation.
championship of ice skating would like a word with
yeah,
you.
but it's interpretation. It's more like it's art. It's more like art.
Art can be a sport.
No, it can't. It's art.
No,
two different things.
It can be a sport.
No.
Look at marching band. That counts as a sport.
You
letter.
Some would say
you can letter in marching band. Can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Some would say certain people that play football or basketball
to me,
are
a
like
sport,
artists.
There's literally marching band competitions.
Yes, there are.
To me, a sport needs to be
sporting. It's competition.
Yeah. But it needs to have a definitive winner.
You got to hit somebody.
Marching band competition winner of.
It's interpretation. It's a judge. Like music's subjective.
Yeah,
at the
but
end
what
of
do you
the
think
day.
referees are?
Amen.
There's a list of rules.
It's still a judgment call.
It's all subjective.
Not a judgment call.
Oh, he's safe. No, he's out.
Well, that's the worst example you could have.
Pass interference is a judgment call.
You're telling
Pass interference is a judgment call, but safe and out's not a judgment call. Did his foot hit the bag before the ball got there?
Balls and strikes.
You're telling me boxing is not a sport then because it's by judges?
Fuck.
Yeah, boxing is an art form.
I think
it's interpretive dance.
Boxing,
it is an art form.
Boxing should go until someone's knocked out.
That's
until
called
somebody goes night night.
That's the phone booth boxing.
Oh yeah, you ever see that?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I only saw it a couple weeks ago.
There's also this one that's arm wrestling, like.
Slapping or punching. Punching,
it's like arm wrestling boxing. Yeah. So they arm wrestle, but with your other hand, you can beat the shit.
Guess where it is. I'll give you one guess. And it's
Hawaii. No, everything goes back to Hawaii, right? We beat each other with surfboards.
A little more west.
A little more west and a little
west.
A little more cold.
Where is everything
cold? Siberia. Siberia.
That's what Russians do in their spare time. Just beat each other while they're arm wrestling.
Yeah, if you watch arm wrestling boxing, it is like the first second they're like, arm wrestling, and then they're like, "Oh, I could beat the fuck out of you," and they start beating the shit out of each other.
Oh my gosh!
Same with
bare
the
knuckle.
Phone booth.
The phone booth.
Phone
is
booth
even
is from
worse.
Russia too.
What's the phone booth?
You literally you stand back to back in a phone booth.
Okay, no, I got it.
And there are no gloves.
Oh my gosh! Is it a glass phone booth?
Probably plastic at this point. Phone booths don't really exist. It's got to be made for that event,
right? So. But I feel like if you put someone through a glass, like that's probably
it's got to be plexiglass, right?
Or something
plastic, right? There's no chance you're gonna let someone get impaled by glass. Maybe in Russia, maybe.
Is there a working phone in there? Can somebody be like, all right, I'm out, like they're just locked in, but they have to the first one to dial 911 loses.
Now that's a sport. That's a
well, since it's in Russia, you got to use a country code. You got to get out of the U.S. and then back into
whatever the just.
Oh my god!
It's some convoluted 10-digit long number you have to memorize.
Here's the rubber too. They don't tell you how to get out of the country code and get into the other country. So you got to figure that out.
Or it's some randomly generated number they have to figure out.
Oh my god! It's like a million options.
1. Damn it!
Just getting wailed on. Yeah.
Even if it was like a 2-digit number.
That's 10.
The odds of it is it's just like
okay.
What are you gonna do?
There's 10 digits. What is that?
20,000, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Isn't that a factorial? Two.
Oh, buddy, you were asking the wrong.
2 exclamation point.
Couldn't tell you.
Research department, get on that.
Yeah.
Text me Monday.
All
right. So, how much money would it take for you to get in a phone booth with Mike Tyson?
With Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, here's the rules.
Are we fighting?
Yes, it's phone. It's phone booth boxing.
No, you're gonna hug him.
Here's the scenario. Ready? Ready? It's phone booth boxing. Okay. Your opponent's Mike Tyson.
Yep.
In his prime.
Okay.
And you have to. It's 30 seconds.
So that makes me an infant. Does he kill me instantly?
If he kills you, he wins. And if you live, you win.
Oh, okay. Well, then no. Obviously not. If my life is on the line, because if it was just like, all right, you got to fight Mike Tyson. You have 30 seconds. You're in a phone booth. It's like, all right.
If you quit,
do you think he could kill you in
30
seconds?
Yes. Are you
in his
kidding?
prime? Yes, man.
Dude.
30 seconds? You just fucking ball up?
Dude, he kills me in 5 seconds.
No,
One second, turn around. 2 seconds, introduce himself. 3 seconds, punches me. 4 seconds, hit the ground. 5 seconds, stomps on my neck. I'm out. 5 seconds. And he introduced himself.
5 seconds. No way.
He probably wouldn't even introduce himself.
I don't think you can kill a guy in 5 seconds with your bare hands.
Gosh.
No way. How do you kill a guy in 5 seconds with your bare
knock
hands?
them out and just snap their neck. Are you kidding?
Does that even work? Like, that's a movie thing.
At best. At best, he's
That's a movie thing,
disqualified
right?
because he used his legs in a boxing match.
you're still
But
dead.
I'm dead. Like, it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, you still lost.
I lost. Maybe Chelsea gets a lot of money, but like, whoop-de-doo.
Dude, you don't have to go to work.
I'll take that.
win.
I'll take that as the.
I'm dead. I don't have to go to work. Yay.
There
Okay.
you go.
I'll take 10 million,
All right.
and I'll uppercut.
He
his
doesn't.
nuts.
He can't kill
You'll
you.
uppercut?
I'll drop to one knee and uppercut him in the nuts, and then hope he falls to the ground.
But no
for
way.
20
He's too
seconds.
fast.
He will kill you.
If I can uppercut him in the nuts, and he's just like
Well,
disoriented. for
the
even
question
10
is how much
seconds,
money? How much money would it take?
You have 5 seconds before the nut shot kicks in, man.
Maybe.
Whoa, what?
You don't,
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's pretty instant though.
You get hit in the nuts. I don't think that's like an instant thing. I
Most
feel like
guys
you have
keel over.
you have a couple.
You're saying,
No.
are you saying he's
Dude,
like,
I'm
no.
saying he is so just
too many
enraged.
Too many roids. His
Yeah,
nuts aren't
like,
there anymore.
No.
Are you
Well,
saying-
it might be, but I'm saying like I think he fights through the pain. He is a monster.
He is a monster.
He
was a monster.
He's the scariest
he's
thing
still
in the
a
world.
monster.
He's still a monster.
Did
Yeah.
you see him training for those fucking fights?
Yeah, who did he
It
fight?
didn't happen, right?
He fought someone,
Yeah.
It was like a charity fight.
Nope.
and he was
Charity
training, dude.
fight.
And he's like fucking what, 60?
Yeah,
And he's
Yeah.
he could be heavyweight champ, dude. Like I'm telling
No,
you, this
that's
dude is
That's terrifying,
ferocious.
man. No, thank you.
How about Le'Veon Bell fighting?
what a
Peterson.
washed up
He beat him. He knocked
fucking.
Peterson out.
He did. Yeah. He sucks.
Bring-
Le'Veon Bell
bringing
sucks.
Bringing it all back around to sports.
No, hey man.
I don't think we ever left.
No,
phone
that's true.
booth
true.
boxing is a sport.
I got
There's
it.
no interpretation. One guy lives, one guy dies.
Yeah.
So it is death? It's to the
No,
death?
no,
Oh, okay. I was like, what? How is this a thing?
Someone's had to have fucking died during that,
Probably,
dude.
maybe. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I think there's people watching. Obviously,
Yeah, but you gotta open
they-
the phone booth while in
Right,
UFC when you knock them out and they
Yeah,
get
and they
like
keep-
five
they keep
punches in
punching,
before the
yeah,
fucking
right.
ref has to literally truck the guy off of
Yeah,
him.
then he has to do
Because
a little
he's
test on drawing the
tunnel
line.
visioned in
Tunnel
on
vision and
killing this guy.
them.
Yeah. Now have a phone booth where you got to open the phone booth. and get in there.
Who's the UFC dude now?
What do you mean, like the best one?
Yeah.
Well, it's debatable.
I don't even know.
I mean, Khabib's not like really
He doesn't
fighting
really
anymore.
fight anymore now.
He
at
he
this
was
point.
the best.
Once
but
you make a bunch of money, there's literally no reason.
GSP
Yeah,
doesn't
why would you-
doesn't fight anymore, and right?
GSP.
George St. Pierre. Is he not a thing? Big Daddy Gary Goodrich? No.
I don't know. who that
Or you
is.
just that was like 2001. I don't know.
oh yeah,
So
No,
no.
GSP was. I liked him just because it was like he is pure technique
Mm.
and just dismantles people, and it was like it
That's
was
what
just
Khabib
fun to
is.
watch. But
Khabib is technique. Khabib is a ground fighter. He's
Yeah.
not even, he's not even. He's
I-
not going to knock you
yeah.
out. He's
I
not-
always like John Jones.
I don't think I've ever watched a
never-
fight that lasted more than like
Sweet.
20 seconds for the main event. It's just my
Yeah,
dumb
it
luck
happens.
of like it was like a night and we'd watch all the dumb bouts and everything, and then finally get to like the main event and
Yeah.
the guy gets just.
That's so disappointing.
Destroyed.
Especially if you paid for that. and you're
Who
like,
is the
Unless
who's
you
the
bet on
boxer?
him.
I think we talked about
It's
this before.
exhilarating. See him fucking crush him.
This was like years and years and years ago, but he was the boxer that was like bad mouthing UFC, and then they brought like some old guy come like back out of retirement, and he like just destroyed the boxer in like 15 seconds.
I know.
And the guy didn't even know how to
remember.
tap out, so he just kind of like waved his hands to the ref. He was like, I'm done, I'm done.
Never been here.
But the guy came in as like a boxer, and the other guy just like it was like, oh, like I don't know what the name is. Like so, he looked like a freaking snake, and he just coiled up, grabbed the dude, brought him to the ground, and just started beating him. Like it was just nothing.
damn. I don't
It was
know
like
that.
okay, well,
I
made a
don't
name.
watch. I don't watch enough MMA.
This was years and years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No boxer's going to be like a professional
I'm
MMA.
disappointing my cousins. It's not good. I was in one fight in my life,
Yeah.
and I just got pummeled. It was
Thrashed.
after piano class.
Yeah.
And
Of course
I
it
just
was.
got- I
Of
just
course it
got
was.
beat.
Yeah.
No, so I was in one real fight, and I tried. Well, I say real, like we weren't like trying to kill each other, but this was in like middle school or something, and I had just watched Jackie Chan's Drunken Master movie, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a drunken master. I got like
Rock.
Jamie Steckler spun, and his elbow just crushed me in my lip. I had like stitches and everything. It was
man.
bad. Yeah.
Was it like you were mad at him? Like you were fighting?
No, I don't
Or it's
remember what
like,
it was.
we're going to be kung fu
I-
masters.
yeah.
Let's spar a little bit.
I'm trying to think of what the situation was, but I don't have any animosity there, so I don't think we were trying to kill each other. And And he did date my ex for a little while. So
dude, he fucked you up, dude.
Yeah. Emotionally, physically.
Go beat him up.
I was a broken shell of a man. No, I don't even know what he's
you
doing
watch
anymore.
out, Jamie.
Yeah. No,
If you're out there listening.
You used his full name,
I miss
too.
those guys, yeah.
I'm gonna get you.
No, dude, I haven't talked to them in forever. We were like, that was the beauty of, not to get this away from sports. Don't worry, we'll come back. But we were in like a small private school. So like we were like, everyone was like really close, like brother.
Yeah, you all know each other really
bonded
well.
stuff.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Yeah,
Anyway.
didn't you tell me you guys...
Nope. Did not say anything about that.
All right.
What about sports?
Well, I got pummeled once in a fight. We used to play like pickup hockey and shit. And there was this guy named Mike who was our buddy. And he was like way taller than everyone else back in elementary school.
Wait, it sounds like
but now
someone
I'm
I know.
taller than him because I saw him
mind.
at like Sheets or something. And now I'm taller than him. I'm like, this is amazing.
Is height and reach or like
Huge in fighting.
Absolutely. Yeah. So anyways, he was like the big guy back then. And I was playing goalie, and for some reason I was like really mad at him. So I fucking throw all my shit off, and I like run after him. And we start fighting. He just fucking decimates me, dude. Like just punching my face.
Oh my
just
gosh.
out. I just got
Yikes.
rocked. It was so bad.
Nah, I never fought anybody.
Yeah, after getting fucking demolished, it's a little embarrassing. You're
Well,
just
you
sitting there,
don't,
like
like-
all your friends just watched you get killed.
you think you're gonna act a certain way.
Yeah.
And the moment you get hit, that certain way is like gone.
Yeah,
You're just like,
it
oh,
hurts.
this
I didn't feel great.
yeah, like my face.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I
You
don't
can't
know.
fathom losing in the moment.
No, I mean,
until
in
you
your
get
mind,
punched.
you're gonna jump out of the way of bullets and,
Yeah.
and take down the robber, right?
Yeah.
But no, you're gonna be
Especially
crying and hoping.
Pre-30, you're like invincible.
Yeah,
makes you
well,
feel that way.
dude, I
Try when you're 10, dude.
every
That's what I'm
morning I
saying.
feel like I'm just gonna die.
Yeah.
Just
Every
wake up, I'm
morning-
like, oh, another day, huh?
Every morning
All
I'm
right.
grateful to be alive. 'Cause
Ugh, I can't wait for you to be 30. It's gonna be good.
I feel great.
There's
Actually,
You're
a-
30 now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah.
hit this year, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a cliff you fall off of. It's not great.
It's not,
dude,
it's,
you know
it's
what's
not
really
fun.
scary? So, like we were talking about earlier, I have a bet right now where I'm not going to drink for the rest of the year. So
Yep.
I haven't had any alcohol in like 2 weeks, maybe 3
No,
weeks.
it's been
2 weeks at
it's
least.
been at least 4.
Been a long-
4?
Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well.
We started. Last time you drank was what, the first week? Oh no, you're
Sunday.
right.
So
Second
it's like-
week. So it's been like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, so
Man,
it's been
time
3
is
weeks
slow and fast at the same time.
without alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this is usually the point where people are like, "Oh my god, why don't I do this all the time? I feel so great."
Yeah.
I don't feel great at all. I feel like fucking shit. What does that mean? What does that mean?
You're
I think it's more about, can you get off of caffeine? So how often you drink like a Red Bull or something?
Once a week?
Oh, really? Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't have like a caffeine intake.
Nope.
you're not.
It has nothing to do with alcohol for me. It's all about, if I can cut myself off coffee, I truly feel incredible.
Well, then what's the coffee
Oh,
for? You just like coffee?
Yep. I don't know, man.
That's so weird.
Just like if you eat salads every day, with just like a chicken salad every day, and that's what you're eating for lunch and dinner,
Yeah.
you feel incredible.
Uh-huh.
Your body is better. You look better. Skin's better.
Yeah.
Get a cheeseburger tonight. Like I don't know. Like it's like that this is better for you, and you just don't do it.
the desire's just there to have a cheeseburger.
Clearly, your body's just messed up. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
if you're
know
not
either.
drinking or anything, then
I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to feel great, refreshed every morning. I just feel like fucking shit.
it just depends how much $40 means to you.
Dude, I'm never going to win it, but I wanted
think about
to
it
see.
this way: the next time you buy a drink,
Okay.
like say, oh hey, this is on happy hour. I got it for like $3, like a $3 Miller Lite. Cool. Nope, that's a $43 Miller Lite.
Yeah.
That should help you, right?
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm fucked. There are events happening that I have to drink at.
Why don't you just do it now? The longer you wait, the worse you're gonna feel.
Well, I was thinking to myself, can I get through October? It's like a battle of wills now. You know what I mean?
Drytober.
Brother, it's the
October.
7th day in October.
Yeah, I'm doing great. The financial aspect's fantastic. I go out to eat, and
Yeah.
it's like, holy shit, I'm under $20.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea's getting dinner where it's like, oh, I can get out of this for like 20.
Well, there's two ways to look at it. When you're dating someone, or if you have a wife, if you're lame, like you guys.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Can't wait for Chelsea to come out and be like, so telephone booth boxing, huh? Let's go.
So anyways, it's like when they're not going, right? Because usually you're paying for two. It's like there's two factors. Now you can either save money or you'll be like, oh, I was going to pay for this anyways and just get a fuck ton of food.
That's the direction I take.
Every
single time.
Yeah.
It's like you just get like $40 worth of food for yourself.
Every single time.
Yeah. That must be nice. It's like a little Christmas.
Yeah.
It was my turn to buy dinner last night for like D&D group.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, all right, Permanis is having their like BOGO pizza thing. Awesome.
Yeah, man.
And you can only use that once. So I went through. No. I was asking people like on like Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm just like, all right, guys, give me your toppings up to 3 toppings. We're going crazy. And I start putting it in the car. I'm like, oh, whoopsies. Then I was like, okay, what I'll do is I'll cheat the system a little bit.
Check out twice.
I'll send half of it to Nate's house and I'll pick up the other half. So that way they can't track me, right? I'll use 2 different cards. And then apparently yesterday they just weren't delivering out of that specific location. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna.
If you don't think the government's tracking you, dude.
Oh, the government's tracking me.
Totally
we talked
wrong.
about that, yeah. They're.
What if you're the main character?
I think about that all the time.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
What?
The Truman Show.
That's right.
Truman Show?
You didn't
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it
yeah.
last time. You watched it now.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Give us a score out of 10. Bet it's an 8.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to color your.
I was gonna say
yeah, it's
half
the
or an
safe.
8.
It's
It was
the safe
8.
option. Yeah.
it was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
I was very impressed.
Yeah.
It was a good hour and 45 minutes.
Just
Back when like movies were the perfect length,
Yeah.
where it's like here's a 90-minute just pacing's always good because you have to tell a story in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Good luck.
yeah. When I go back and watch those kind of movies, dude, that's a great point. The pacing's perfect
Yeah.
because these scenes, like maybe it's a different structure of writing. They're just more micro focused. Like the scenes are constructed so well because you got to put in so much in a little amount of time.
Whenever you get into like this 2-hour, 3-hour situation, it's like, okay, we got some great build up. We were learning the character. And then it's just like, you're just off a cliff and it's like, CGI battle. And then it's like done. Right. With these, it's like, it's just this kind of straight shot. Like look at every Disney movie. It's engaging from start to finish.
Yeah. Most of Tom Hanks movies before 2005 were like that.
I haven't watched a Tom Hanks movie. What's he been in since I last watched it? Like, I guess he was in Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was good.
He was in Greyhound. Yeah, was that Greyhound any good? That was on
good.
Apple TV.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's again only like an hour and a half.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah.
now I want to watch it more.
It's really short. I was actually disappointed how short it was.
You just want more.
I wanted more. So
Fair enough.
it's very good. You know what it's about, right?
The beer movie is up. Where with who's the guy in High School Musical?
Zac Efron.
Zac Efron. Did you see this with Apple TV? Zac Efron is some like I don't know, like loser guy that's not doing anything with his life, and he's
Sounds
like,
right.
I'm gonna give a beer to everyone over at Vietnam. So he goes over with freaking Gladiator.
Oh
Russell
Russell Crowe.
Crowe, who's a reporter.
Yeah.
And they're just going around giving beers to
Apparently,
different
it's a true
people.
story.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was like, okay, I'll watch that.
I want to see
Sure.
that too. Yeah,
Apple
that
TV. It's out now,
is
I
it?
think,
Oh,
yeah.
fuck that. Not in theaters.
I don't know. I guess not if it's Apple TV. Probably
That
not.
sucks.
If you ask nice enough, it might go to the Plex server.
There you go.
Ooh.
There you go.
Ooh, I fell asleep to Code Geass again. I just want to put that out there. Okay.
I told you you're gonna hate the fucking show.
I don't hate the show. I can't watch it when I'm falling asleep.
I couldn't think of a scenario where you're gonna be able to watch it. I guess.
I started over.
Early morning. When you wake
He's
up
gonna put him back to bed
with a coffee in your hand.
The mistake was I started over. It's
Okay.
a 20-minute episode.
Yeah.
And I got through the
perfect
Japan
length.
take it over. Oh no! And then I fell asleep again.
See,
and then I rewatched it, and Japan got taken over
So
again.
you got to take that approach of watching something.
I know. There's
stopping.
There's something
and
to
then
it.
picking back up again.
There's something to it.
Dude, it's
I
the
hate
best
it.
way to watch.
I hate
20
it.
minutes, Tyler.
No, I know.
Just fucking
It's like
make it
27.
20 minutes.
But yeah,
Oh,
I
no,
can't.
it's not.
I can't.
It's like 23.
I
It's the
can't.
best way to watch TV shows and
not.
movies.
Yeah, okay, if it's a movie.
In multiple
Sure,
sittings.
yeah. Tyler can't make it 2 hours. 20 minutes?
Yeah.
You can't do 20?
I watch 47-minute shows in a couple settings sometimes, depending how long.
Still
lunch is.
literally twice the length of what we're talking about here.
Oh, of course. No, you're right. Yeah, 20 minutes.
What is he
I
gonna
thought
do?
you were on my side.
Fucking four increments of 5 minutes.
I can't do it. I do. Star Wars Rebels keeps me entertained.
Maybe it's just not for you if you can't stay.
You don't have to watch it.
So here's the thing with that, and we actually have stuff to talk about. We're 40 minutes in, so we're gonna have to switch gears here. But the one thing I will say is, whenever I think of like, oh, I keep falling asleep, this isn't for me, I think about 2 shows. One is Peaky Blinders, where I fell asleep during the first episode multiple times, and then the moment you pass that first episode, like I'm in, I love it.
Okay,
one of my favorite shows of all time.
That's fair.
The other one was Altered Carbon, where I fell asleep multiple times. And if you really want to push it, Umbrella Academy. Fell asleep like the first I just couldn't get past that first episode because I kept watching it late.
Yeah.
But if I'm I just can't be laying down. If I'm sitting upright, I'm good. I do not fall asleep sitting upright.
Yeah, I don't watch things laying down. That's terrible.
Well, I do.
I watch, because we'll go to bed and Lindsay will be like, oh, you watch the football game in here? I'll be like, I can't because I fall asleep. And she goes, no, watch it in here. And I go, all right. So I do. And
then you fall asleep.
She goes, you're going to sleep, turn it off. So
Chelsea, we
remember we talked about being married?
Chelsea broke me of the TV in the bedroom very early on. Like we had it all set up. We had the connection. And Chelsea was just like, it needs to be dark in here. And I'm like, all right. And then, of course, around that time, it's a little ironic. Around that time that we first moved out together, then all the studies about how like blue light from your phone at night messes up your sleep schedule, and that's how you get breast cancer. And it's like, well, then I'm screwed.
No phones. See ya.
So, but no, I do watch my phone, but I turn on the little warm light or whatever. So,
dark mode,
doing my part and all that
dark
stuff.
Mode,
yeah.
yeah.
But I was like,
wait, is there an option
that's
on an
convenient.
iPhone?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
So whenever you swipe down, and then see where it says like the little light thing, press and hold on that bad boy, and there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, and you just
I was
hit the
looking for
warm
that
light.
because I had a Kindle.
Yeah,
and it has that,
Yep.
like the orange filter.
It's nice.
That's not intuitive. I would have never found that.
Speaking of well, you can actually set it up too where it auto does that. So it's like, oh, hey, it's 9 p.m.
I do
and
auto dark mode. Yeah.
Damn.
Auto
Dude.
dark.
Well, there's dark mode and blue light filter mode too.
Yeah. I just do auto dark. I don't really the blue light stuff. Whatever.
Fuck them.
I have blue light glasses, and it's ironic because they help me with the blue light headaches.
Yeah, I have those too. They're really nice.
But then they slide down on my nose, and then I get like pressure headaches.
Oh,
from
good.
them. So it's like
pick your poison.
It just depends on what kind of ache do I want that
what
day.
kind of mood are you in? Yeah.
Wow.
Do I want it in the back of my head or the front of my nose?
That is
Anyway.
terrible.
Yeah.
Well, what else do we have to talk about? You said we need to keep a schedule.
No, well, we had a top 5.
Yeah.
We have a top 5. We had a 2-hour window.
We have a poll too.
42 minutes in. Oh, we had a poll. Let's do the poll first.
Poll. I missed it, I think.
All right. The poll was the most important question of all time.
Okay. Well, that's a big build up. I don't even remember what the poll was. But
I don't either.
That's fine.
Is stair sex amazing?
Oh,
yes.
right, yes.
40% say yes. 60% say they've never done it.
So no no's.
No no's.
Well, then it's amazing.
Also, this was like our most looked at tweet, I think. The most engagement. Imagine that. You put sex in your tweet.
Yeah, imagine
and it's the
that.
most engaged tweet.
So that's 100% success then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Technically,
it must
right?
be the greatest thing of all
Everyone
time.
that has tried it says it's the best.
Yep.
I feel like it'd be really uncomfortable.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be uncomfortable, fire hazard. Like, there's a lot of things I'm thinking about here, but...
Not to get super I mean...
No,
we
I
don't have... We
go
no,
there.
there are no stairs here.
What?
I'm married now, so we can...
Right.
there are no stairs here.
Okay.
Except
only public
outside.
stairs.
And,
Public
yeah.
stairs.
And I can literally hear kids running right now. So there are a lot of prerequisites that need to be met before.
So you're saying you've done it then?
No.
On these stairs.
0%. No, these stairs are great. So
They are great.
I am vindicated here, and this is a whole other thing. When I came back from the soccer trip, and so we said, what, soccer trip's like 3 weeks now or something like that?
Yeah.
Whenever they were building all of those stupid... which we talked offline, like these parking spaces. So they kill one of our parking spaces. They put a cement barrier and put a tree there and plant a tree there, which means that once a tree sprouts and does all the tree things on all the cars, now you've effectively destroyed the parking spot on either side of the tree. So you killed 3 parking spots for literally nothing.
Right. A tree.
All of that
For life, but yeah.
For life.
Well, sure.
They made a sidewalk That's a good thing. So they dug out everything. They made a sidewalk, so now people aren't walking in the middle of the street getting hit by cars because everyone just wears black at night. That's just a thing. And kids run out in the middle. It's a terrible place. Anyway, they made a sidewalk. They had a giant pile of dirt. Kids were just playing in the dirt.
Oh.
And then it's still on our stairs coming up to apartment, just these big clumps of dirt. Now, obviously, they're getting worn down because it's been literally 3 weeks now, 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
And Chelsea's like, because I was grumbling as I do now that I'm a old married man, grumbling about like, these dirt clumps everywhere. We're gonna track this into the house. It's gonna get everywhere, And Chelsea's like, well, they come and clean this every week, and I'm like, okay, we'll see. And it's like, no, they sure as heck didn't. That stuff is still just
there.
Yeah. I don't know what I was going with that. I'm sorry. Video games.
Oh, I thought you had a point there.
No, that was my point. Is
means
I am vindicated. Chelsea was wrong.
Yeah,
vindication is
the best.
Fantastic.
So you want to talk about perks of being married?
Yeah,
vindication somehow is better when you're married than when you're just dating.
1,000,000%.
I can't explain it.
No, he's right. 100%.
It's because there's an eternal aspect to it, so you now have that over them forever.
Yeah. And also, like, if you hold it over their head, they can't just be like, oh, well, this relationship's over, so I'm going to leave now.
Smart.
See,
there's a little more to that.
Were you talking about the stairs? Well, I don't think we should see each other anymore, bitch.
See, I'm the bigger man. I don't hold it over her head. I'm just keeping that in my back pocket, and I'm just kind of...
For a rainy day?
Yeah, well, I'm obviously just putting it out in the internet instead.
Literally.
That's how I handle stuff.
Isn't that the definition of holding it over someone's head? Like waiting to strike?
It's just I'm just putting this on here for posterity, and eventually we'll come back.
Chelsea doesn't listen to this.
No, but what I'm saying is like whenever the stairs are cleaned, we will revisit it. Is Chelsea a wink?
Oh,
I don't think
she's
I don't think
flipping
she
me off
heard.
right
I
now.
don't
That's
think she
fine.
heard, dude.
She's gone. I was gonna say, was I right or was I wrong? There's still dirt all over the stairs.
I think she woke
3
up
weeks later.
just for the
based on that story, I think you're
now she's
probably
doubly flicking me off.
You're probably right about everything. I would say, right? If that's like any indication.
Well, yeah, obviously that's the litmus test of do I win all my arguments?
Yep.
And for me, it's like yes, 100% of the time.
Sample size 1,
but like under the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
That back pocket's pretty full.
of wins.
I got a fat ass with the amount of things I have in my back pocket. Yeah. Oh my gosh! All right. I want to move on to the top
so
five.
if you're gonna do it on Tyler's stairs, be prepared to get messy.
Dirt
as there are clumps of dirt.
No, okay. In case I wasn't clear earlier, there are kids constantly outside on my stairs, playing on my stairs.
Yeah,
which is why it's filthy.
So you're gonna get dirt in your ass and indecent exposure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't do that.
So you'll be on
I'm not telling them to do
list.
it.
Yeah,
it was a public service.
You said next time.
I'm saying if
there's a next time,
if there's if you fancy that,
all right.
Wear a poncho.
If the iron strikes.
One thing too I was thinking about is kids are playing in the locker storage areas.
Oh, that's not
which is a big no. Like you're not supposed to be playing down there. I was thinking about kind of like outfitting our stuff where it's like, can I like spook them?
Putting defense mechanisms up in your locker?
Just something, not like defense, nothing that's
like knives or stick out in the locker.
just needles with like a piece of chocolate on the end of it. No. I'm saying like put like a scary mask or something where it's like triggered, where it's like they walk by it and then like something like rattles the cage or something. You're like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
Just like a cyanide that looks like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh my gosh, no!
God.
Man,
you imagine this?
It's canceled. That was a good run. What are we on? Episode 68.
How is that canceled? You can't do
alphabetically. Let's start with cyanide.
You can't talk about cyanide.
That's a C, right?
It is.
Yeah.
What's a C?
Cyanide.
Spelled with a C.
I'm listing the things on what canceled us in this episode alphabetically. Indecent exposure is I. That's next. Anyway, all right. I'm sorry. Go on. What's next? Sports.
So my brain's not here. So we're at top five time.
Sure. Yeah. Let's hit the top five.
So we got John 2 here. The sequel.
Way to
introduce yourself.
The sequel, dude. Funny guy. I thought of this in the shower today.
Oh, yeah?
It's been.
That's the best place I think ever.
Absolutely. Anyway, you talk about indecent exposure.
Well, I'm not saying you got to come think with me. I'm just saying that's what I think.
I wish I could come think with you. I think we get a lot of thinking.
That's actually a good answer. Like, can you indecently expose yourself in the shower? I guess in public showers you could.
Yes,
but like,
public.
isn't it like kind of?
I feel like I get charged for trespassing at that point for going into John's shower.
Oh, okay. So you're
like
talking,
in his house.
Also depends. Is he in a shower with a child? That's different.
Well,
indecent exposure is not child related, right?
Well,
that's not.
Is pedophilia after indecent exposure? Yeah, I think so.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O E.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm very good at the alphabet because of GameStop.
I am very bad at the alphabet because of GameStop.
Yeah.
Jerry. No, sorry.
Jerry?
Like the show, Jerry Springer.
No. Jerry Sandusky.
Oh my gosh!
I thought you were talking about the show.
Back to sports somehow.
Always, baby.
Dude, anything you could be. That was funny.
Okay, what's the term?
That's what they do on the show. They shout Jerry. They chant Jerry. That's literally. That's
now doesn't really work anymore because he ruined it. So Joe knew.
Fucking Christ! There's so many cancellations.
I don't.
John 2's here.
Don't know. Yeah,
he's the sequel to John 1, which is me. Top 5 video game sequels. Congratulations.
That was actually a good segue.
It was a fantastic segue that got sidetracked by sharing a shower together.
Top 5 video game sequels.
Yeah.
Let's talk rules real quick because apparently
now that I think about it, we talk
list.
about sharing a shower together a lot on this show.
Yeah, we're not going to look into it.
Wait, this is the first time it's been brought up.
This has got to be. This might be double.
Oh my! Is this a sequel?
Because I'm always like, oh, I came up with this idea in the shower, and Tyler's like, and then there's some sort of joke about us being in the shower together every time.
68 episodes. I feel like it's safe to.
Yeah, maybe if you play sports together, you'd be in the shower.
Yeah,
be true.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Is like even public showers. The social contract that you're saying is like if you're in the shower room, you're gonna see some butts.
Yeah, definitely.
Now if you're in like I'm thinking the other type of shower is like you're on a beach.
Yeah,
it's like a
public shower
beach.
Yeah.
Like probably maybe don't do that
unless it's a naked beach.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, like, do they have showers on the beach? There's like a naked, or is there like you have to like?
Well, you have to put your clothes on before you exit the beach.
I think so.
No way, because you can be.
There's a threshold, I'm sure.
You can be on the boardwalk, and you're seeing all the naked people. They're still within the vision.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
But like, how far away is the board? Like, when you're talking, do you have a specific place in mind?
No, I don't.
I've never been to one.
I don't even think we have nude beaches here in the U.S.
There are.
There are?
There gotta be.
You just don't know about them.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'd bet anything.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like for a fact, or you're just speculating?
No, I would.
You know for a fact?
I know for a fact. Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Now,
I thought it was like a European thing.
Is it a nude beach outside of like a nudist colony? Or is it like a?
Wait, is that what you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about. I don't know.
I'm talking public beach. You're allowed to be naked.
Yes, I would be shocked if there is not like a. Yep, this is.
Where's the one you're thinking of?
There's one in West Virginia.
That makes sense. That checks out.
It's like a beach to a lake, I believe. So it's like still a beach, but
yeah.
Not a beach to the ocean. Like,
but I think the caveat there is like a age limit on that. Right? It'd be like 18.
Yeah. You out of your fucking mind?
No, I know. I'm just saying. What are we talking about?
Do you think they card people then? That's a great point. What if you're 18? What if you're fresh 18?
Who's the
you
one
get carded?
Who has to stand there and watch people
fucking lifeguard?
No, I'm pretty sure they put like a just a curtain around the entire beach.
It's just like an eyesore of a giant curtain.
You know what?
A big bouncer.
I think you're right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Anyways, top 5 video game sequels. This is a video game podcast.
Your ID.
So some of the rules that we had to talk about. To keep the lists not crazy, we are talking specifically the second.
Yeah.
In the series.
Yes.
Sure. Right.
So I think overall we're good on everything. We had an honorable mention with Counter-Strike, which you can kind of. talk through.
We'll talk about that.
We each have kind of our lists. We're talking about the second game in the series. So third game, fourth game could be better, but we're talking only about number 2. Doesn't have to have a number 2 in the name. So we'll get to that where it's just it has to be the second game. And then as far as weird things where games, Final Fantasy is probably the only example of this, but like we're talking Final Fantasy 2 specifically, right? Or can we say, I don't think this will ever be in any of our lists, but if we wanted to say Final Fantasy X-2, which is a true sequel to 10, is that allowed?
I would say that's allowed.
Do we care?
I don't think either are going to be on the list. I would say both would be allowed, which is kind of weird.
That's
answer.
what I'm saying. Right, yeah.
Okay,
So I just want to be...
Yeah,
or 13 too.
So it doesn't have to directly follow the story, but it's the second in the series.
The second in the game, yeah. And that's the thing is like in that case is technically Final Fantasy is a series. Because like if you're looking at like Call of Duty, right? Mm-hmm. Call of Duty 2, or are you going to talk about Modern Warfare 2? Because technically Modern Warfare loses the Call of Duty
name,
fifth thing. Right.
Yeah.
It's a direct sequel to 4.
So that should count.
I think so.
Yes,
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page before I slap down Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
And then suddenly that's a big no-no.
Sure. No, that's a yes.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
All right, great.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
If it's not, you're going to argue why it should be.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll probably lose, but then,
you
it is what it is. All right. Being a guest, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Do we do all 5 or do I do
I don't know. We don't typically do this. This is very...
Do I do my number 5 then to work down from there?
Did you order them in?
I did order them.
All right,
perfect. See, we don't do that.
Okay. I'll do
do
that.
it.
We do it after
fine.
the fact.
That's fine. I'll just
Do your 5.
It's fine.
And I'm gonna work on my feet.
No, I can just give you one.
So
Give
real
me
quick, are we all giving our 5? Is that, are you giving the 5th and because typically what we do is we throw them all out there, and then we kind of debate like, okay, cool, like we all have, because I have a little bit more than 5, not too much, because I figure like we're not going to waste time.
Yeah, throw one out and we'll talk about it. We'll go around. We'll just keep throwing them out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we compile a list and then we say what's the top 5.
Yes,
Right,
in order.
Sorry,
I'll throw one out there. Then I'll throw out my number 1. Just put it out there.
Rip it.
Halo 2.
Halo 2.
Yeah.
Halo 2. And because it was a sequel to what I thought originally was a terrible game when I first heard it was coming out.
Oh.
I was like a child, and I was like, I'm not going to play that game. That sounds terrible. It came with the Xbox. I wasn't a huge fan of that idea. I had played it at a rich friend's house, and I was like, this is really fun. And then I got really good at it, and then the second one came out.
Yeah.
And they took everything to a new level.
Yeah.
Because arguably, Halo 2 created the best game mode ever. SWAT.
Yeah.
Halo 2 created SWAT.
SWAT's fun.
And
It's a strong argument, yeah.
Yeah, SWAT has been used in multiple games since Halo 2. And,
do we know what the origin of SWAT was? So I know like Bungie's pretty good at like, community is making stuff.
It was a community game. It was a community game.
From Halo 1.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
this is
probably.
them like,
Yeah,
hey, this is good.
It was either on Halo 1 or it was on a PC version of Halo 2. And they were like, oh, that's really good. We'll put it into the game. But I think it was more Halo 1. I haven't done the full research, but I think that's where it came from.
I got you. Okay.
But Halo 2 actually had SWAT in it.
Am I keeping the official list here? Is that the...
Yeah.
I can do that.
You always do that.
And it made it, at that point too, online video games was really becoming really popular because of the invention of
Xbox Live and stuff.
Xbox Live and non-using DSL, like you could actually use high-speed internet to connect to the internet and play video games. So that's why I have it as my number 1, because it revolutionized things for me. So
was it GameSpy? Was that like the thing with Halo? I know that was with like any it was like, oh man, am I just old?
Yeah,
I've heard of GameSpy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know it's related to
that was how you connected with other people. So like all the Medal of Honors for a certain time, and like
it was just
the
Star Wars. Live. If it was GameSpy, it was in the
even
back
on
end.
PC.
Even on, I didn't play PC.
So you are talking about Xbox.
The Xbox.
Halo 2.
I didn't have a PC.
Okay.
Back then, I
misunderstood.
I had one, but it wasn't anywhere close to gaming.
I got you.
Level. So, and that was, I think they didn't sell that many copies of Halo 1 and 2. They stopped making it, and I wanted it. It was like one of those like desirable things for the PC. And then I got hands on it, and I was like, "This is actually terrible."
I mean, that was going to be an Apple joint. Can you imagine that? Yeah, they showed it off in one of the Apple conferences.
Oh my gosh!
And then Microsoft swooped in and was like, "Hey, we're making this thing. We need this."
Yeah, one of the best campaigns too. You could play it offline. You could play it with your friends. Split screen was the best thing on a LAN party with 4 Xboxes, 16 people. I dominated my neighborhood. It was insane. So
see, I did not have a good experience with Halo 2 where like we played the heck out of Halo 1. We were all super into Halo 1, but because I didn't have the Xbox, everyone else did Halo 2 and played Halo 2 and was into Halo 2, and that's like the definitive one. And I'm just like, all right. And we didn't play as much for Halo 2, so I don't have
such a good
kind of the affinity for it.
Yeah.
Halo 2 is a little before my time, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I used to go over to Nate's house and just get whooped on by him, but yeah. People say it's the best one. Like I feel like that's probably the popular opinion.
Probably for multiplayer, I would say.
Yeah,
but
yeah. It also has the hardest fucking campaign out of all of them, dude.
I think the make or break for me is like Halo 3 introduced Forge. And it was a little rough,
so
but
you're a tinkerer though. I don't care about that stuff.
Yeah, but think about all Griffball, right? Like that's the thing is
right,
like
that's
okay,
where Griffball came from.
Yeah,
so
Griffball. It's hard to Rocket Racers, Griffball, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to kind of like
that stuff doesn't appear without Forge. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I hear that.
Like Infected, all that shit. Actually, that wasn't in Halo 2, right?
That's a good question.
The Flood was in Halo 2. But
the game mode Infected.
Yeah,
all those custom games.
Yeah.
That's a strong start. That's a good one.
Yep.
I think that's probably a lot of people think sequel. It's going to be a popular one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
I'll give you actually. So I'm gonna do a twofer.
All right.
I'm gonna just delete Ni no Kuni 2 because I don't think
great
anyone else played
title
that,
screen.
Yeah, it's
fantastic title screen.
We don't gotta talk about that.
Top 5.
How about Divinity Original Sin 2?
Are you serious?
I don't think that's. I just have to give Nate props for that, right?
I need to. None of us have beat that game.
I know, but but when you're looking at the original game, you're looking at the sequel, and it's like the sequel is absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
it's just a miserable game to play. So I just got to throw that out there.
No, okay, it's a really good game.
I wanted to give a quick nod. My real thing is Portal 2.
Yeah,
let's talk about Portal 2.
On my list.
Yeah,
on my list.
See, I didn't know you played Portal 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, Portal 2.
Portal 2, just incredible.
Yeah.
The fact you hadn't played it until he showed
it to you. It holds up. It's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
I mean, go ahead. I'll let you talk.
No,
go ahead.
It's
your pick. I couldn't. The introduction of multiplayer, like
multiplayer. You have and that's the thing is we never actually played the multiplayer. Now that's the thing of it. We were going to.
Yeah.
It's like a whole other game, and it's the way they pull that in. The one thing which I didn't know was they were like adding a million other different like levels and different things like that, like people generated stuff. They have the VR version of it, like all kinds of stuff. So that's all in it. Watch John play it. The writing is incredible. Yeah. It's hilarious. The music still looks amazing. Decent.
So many good memories from it.
Yeah,
the music is incredible too. Yeah,
yep.
I mean it's my number 3.
It's very, very good.
But still very, very good.
Like that's something where. Could they make a third one? Sure. But
would it ruin it for me? Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Portal 2 is like the perfect thing where there's nothing bad about that game compared to the first one. Like the first one was really, really good. This was every single thing about it is better.
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
Like bar none.
Nothing you think about Portal 1, you're like, oh, I missed that aspect of it.
Just nothing. Like you can't do anything.
Better. It's just a totally different game. It's almost like Portal 1 was like a test.
And technically it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think whenever
it was like
you played
Orange Box, right?
Yeah.
And that's, it's kind of like an add-on to the Orange Box. And then it was like really popular and they made a sequel, I think.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
No, it's a really good pick. I'm kind of doing an audible here. Speaking of the Orange Box, Team Fortress 2.
Team Fortress 2, real good.
Dude, that was
That was going to be my little.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I mean,
talk about jump from 1 to 2, dude.
One wasn't. You didn't even know it existed.
Exactly. Like, describe to me Team Fortress 1.
I can't.
You know what I mean?
I can't. I came in at 2.
2 is just what an iconic game. And
I forgot about that. I
still
I'll put on the
still servers here like today.
They're literally still updating that game.
Yeah.
And like adding hats and
It's crazy. It's like how do you know the.
Maybe we do that. Too. So I kind of feel bad because like Overwatch 2 just came out and everyone's like, "Where did you actually download it?"
Oh yeah.
It's downloaded, I have it downloaded too. You can play some. Not playing Overwatch at all?
No, dude.
All right, well,
until they bring McCree back, no way.
Literally replaced Overwatch.
Never happening
on the Battle.net app. It literally replaced Overwatch.
Yeah, and it's still called Overwatch. It's not even called Overwatch 2 whenever you download the game.
Oh, mine said Overwatch 2.
On that, but if you look at the icon, it still says Overwatch.
Oh, really? I don't use that. Okay. Yeah,
interesting.
Same old icon and everything.
Yeah.
They like shut down the servers to the first one, I guess. Yeah.
Force you to play the second one.
That is a bizarre thing.
I saw a tweet the other day that said this Dragon Ball Z app game outlasted Overwatch. It's still being played. It's like this really popular like iPhone game.
Those are really good answers. Portal 2 and Overwatch, and Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, Team Fortress 2. Yeah.
So would you play Team Fortress 2?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I played Team Fortress 2 like
real quick.
I was so bad at it too. Like I just remember just getting shit on, but it was like so funny.
I was really good on the Xbox.
Yeah.
But like
I was very good
once
PC.
I played on PC, it was like
I mean, I just played Mercy. Right, so like I was just the doctor.
Overwatch or
he played Doc. He played
Doc.
On TV.
It's literally the exact same thing.
It's Mercy. Yeah.
I was like trying to figure out who I wanted to play. I just keep saying, and I'm like, I'm just gonna be Pyro. Fucking.
That's what I love.
run in their face.
On Xbox, I was the spy because I thought it was so fun.
Spy's so hard.
There was one time I was a spy and I got 5 kills, and it's like a in the search and destroy type thing.
Yeah.
And I won the whole round.
Dude, the game's amazing. Like so unique. So no other game, like that. Yeah. I guess like an Overwatch is kind of like, but it doesn't have that charm, I guess. You know what I mean?
Overwatch is the perfect example of like bloat where, and more specifically Overwatch 2, which to be fair, we have not played it, so it could be perfect.
Sure. Yeah, it could be.
But the moment you open it up to this like kind of free to play mentality and like this constant update that like kind of Fortnite really ingrained in the industry even more. Which then Call of Duty is following and everything just to keep people engaged. Like you have this Team Fortress 2, which is like, we perfected this. And it's just like it's done. Here you go.
Yeah.
CS:GO is similar.
It's like I think the simplicity of it is better. Like you have, I don't know, all these like complicated characters in Overwatch that do a million things and have all this backstory. And then you have fucking Pyro, who's just a guy who's a fucking flamethrower.
It took them like 12 years to finally come out with his video or her video. I don't even know, but it's just like just thinking that it's just rainbows and unicorns. It's just like bringing light to the world, and murdering everyone.
Yeah. It's a fantastic. Like
my favorite game mode is Payload.
Yeah.
Payload's the best.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for our top 5 game modes.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's a good Payload. I forgot.
I really want to play Team Fortress 2,
right?
And be garbage
timeless,
at it.
Fucking timeless.
Like the UI is bad.
Yes,
like everything about it is just bad.
I will install it tonight.
But the game design is perfection.
All right, well we're installing it tonight.
All right, same.
All
right, beat that.
Okay, my number 2 then, Call of Duty 2.
Oh.
World at War. No, not World. I'm sorry, not World at War, but like the World War II.
Call of Duty, but like the original one.
Yeah. Does Big Red One count?
Isn't that a DLC?
As a sequel to
Call of Duty 2? I don't know. I played it.
I never played it, so I was just curious.
I'm huge into World War II, so I played it. I liked Call of Duty 2 for the online play. Like especially on the PC really is where I thrived. I played on the Xbox. It was fun, but I didn't have online back then, and so I didn't play it online with kids. But
Call of Duty 2 did not have classes, right? That was introduced in 3.
They were predetermined classes. So like you played a sniper, you played a machine gunner, you play
in 2.
Right. You couldn't. You couldn't make your own. That was what you're asking. You could not make your own.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I didn't realize that.
Like for the Germans, you were given like the rifle, the Kar 98, the MP44, the Gewehr and all that.
I thought everybody had like the same, almost like a GoldenEye thing where like everybody starts with the same gun and then you go and like find your guns.
Oh, no.
Okay.
At least on PC, you had, you could have like, you pick your class.
Yeah.
But you could always pick up somebody else's weapon. But you also could just play rifles. So
interesting.
That
So
was,
SWAT. they did it in Modern Warfare as well.
Yeah.
I hacked. That was the only time I ever hacked a game.
Okay.
I had like a little green crosshair that really helped me.
I just liked it from the PC. I played a bunch of it in high school on PC. And it was like at that point outdated still, and I still played it on like private servers and all that with other people. And I just played rifles. And so you play with Springfields, you play with Kar 98s, you play with Mosin Nagets.
Yeah.
Just incredible. Just an amazing time.
Nice.
So that's my number 2.
I played that way after the fact. That was like we can take games home and try them out just so we can sell them better at GameStop. So I played that. Like I think I went through maybe like the first few levels of like the main campaign, but like
it's fun. Yeah.
By that time, Modern Warfare 1 was out, and I was like, this is all right. it's good.
Yeah.
So at that game, 6 CDs to install it.
Holy cow,
Yeah.
that's
6 of them.
crazy.
There was even a multiplayer CD you had to put in to play multiplayer.
Wow.
Did you have to install the other ones then too? Because like I assume the assets were on the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, when you installed it, it took
That's,
hours because you
Wow.
install one disc.
That's
and
a lot.
If you weren't paying attention, to be like, "Hey, install disc, put disc 2 in the drive."
Wild.
You would go,
Yeah, you're wasting all that time.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
So I bought it from my buddy, and it was like a big, thick box.
Yeah.
right. Because they used to come like that on PC.
Yep.
And so now it was all 6 discs were stacked.
Yeah.
And so you just go boop, boop, boop,
2042 or whatever the Battlefield one was. Was it 2042?
That's the newest one.
Yeah, but what was the one before that?
4, 5.
No. It
5.
was like Battlefield 20,
you mean
something.
like years and years
Yeah,
ago?
yeah.
It might have been 2042, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't know. Anyway, but that was the same thing where it was like these giant and I bought that and my computer couldn't even run it. Like it was just like, no. And Star Wars
512?
Galaxy at the end was the same way where you could buy the collection and it was just like every expansion was like its own disc and it just like stacked in there.
So dumb.
Oh, man.
You're just like, your computer's like, I have 512 RAM. I don't know what you want me to do
so
with
much.
this.
Such a waste. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I have
so
4
good.
sticks, but it's only 512. What would you like me to do?
Error. Please stop.
Shuts off. Yeah.
Do you want to play solitaire? I could do that.
Do you like
Watch the
Minesweeper?
bouncers.
Minesweeper,
Yeah.
Ooh, spider solitaire.
Ooh.
Is that the sequel to Solitaire?
It is.
Is that on the list?
Whoa.
Is that
Yeah,
your
yeah.
number three?
It's pickable.
Whoa.
Honestly, very fun game. Free Cell though, Free Cell might be the expansion of Solitaire because Free Cell came out before Spider Solitaire, and Free Cell is a version of Solitaire. If we're gonna split, hairs.
Fair enough.
I played the shit out of Free Cell when I was a kid because I was so poor.
That's the saddest childhood I've ever heard.
No, the saddest childhood is coming up the stairs at my. Never mind. So do we want to talk about Modern Warfare 2 then?
Yeah.
Because it
sure.
technically
Yeah,
falls under the sequel thing. How do we feel about that one? So 4 changed the game.
Yep.
Literally. Like all multiplayers ever
Yep.
Yeah.
since then. And then 2 on top of that.
I mean, in my top 25 games, obviously, I think Modern Warfare 2 is better, in my opinion. But
Then Call of Duty 2.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just a thing. I was before my time. I didn't play Call of Duty 2, so like I played COD 4. That's probably like the first Call of Duty I actually like played. But Modern Warfare 2 is that sweet spot where you're like, starting high school or whatever, or maybe like end of middle school. And like we talked about, dude, you go home, you fucking boot up Modern Warfare 2. That is your day. That is in your schedule.
Plug in your internet from your telephone line.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's before your time.
That
Sorry.
is also
Get yelled
before my
at because
time,
your
dude.
parents just.
Couldn't get.
I didn't get a single call today.
I can't imagine. Someone was calling me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No one was calling you, Mom.
But Modern Warfare 2.
Brenda was calling you. Oh, no.
Yeah, oh no.
No, seriously, my mom had a friend. This is a tangent, but my mom had a friend named Brenda, and we would joke. We would put on The Sound of Music and finish The Sound of Music, which is 2 VHSs.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
would finish The Sound of Music before she was off the phone with Brenda.
That sounds.
How many times was that successful versus not success? Like percentage?
At least twice. Like
Out
we've
of
done that. Oh, well, we don't. Not okay. Did I say every time? Not every time.
The fact that it was
like-
only once
That's still wild. Yeah,
that's definitely multiple times.
You watch Sound of Music twice in a row?
We watch Sound of Music all the time.
Wow.
Yeah, all kinds of musicals, man.
Interesting.
See, back in the day when you didn't have any, streaming services or anything, you'd rewatch stuff you owned at home.
Yeah. No, trust me. The movie I've watched.
You had to rewind. We had literally a standalone rewinder that was faster than the VHS.
So you just put
interesting.
it next
or the
to it.
VCR. Yeah.
Wow.
So you put it next to it. You put it in there. It'd be like, and it would like destroy the tape. Like you put that in there, you lose a year of your life. Yeah. But it's like, well, I don't want to wait the extra 2 minutes. So it's like I'm going to take a year off of that.
Dude, the movie I watched the most VHS.
Return to Jafar. Yeah,
nah.
me too.
Barney.
Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2. It had to be. I would
I
watch
didn't even
that
know
shit,
Toy Story 2
rewind
was
it.
on VH. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. It had like Jesse on the front of
I
it.
thought it was DVD too.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Dude, I have all like the original Star Wars on VHS.
Yeah,
maybe that'll be
That's
worth
awesome.
something
Got that
someday.
from Sam's Club.
That came in like the box too.
Don't you have it on? What about Beta Track? No.
No Beta Tracks. No, that's before my time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways,
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern
really
Warfare 2,
good.
fantastic
I don't know.
game.
Yeah.
Great campaign, great
Yep.
multiplayer. Like how you are with COD 4 is how I am with Modern Warfare 2, where I remember all the maps.
Yep.
I remember the strats.
That's from with COD 2. I remember all the maps, all the strats.
Everyone has that COD, man.
Yeah.
You're like, I remember my loadout. I would go this loadout for this map. I'd sit here.
I think the interesting thing is your intro. I mean, that's all Affinity Ward. That's something to know.
Yeah, COD 2 is
COD
Infinity
2
Ward.
is Infinity Ward. Now, I think Treyarch did the big red one, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. I thought they did.
I think you're right.
Did that in multiplayer as well? The big red.
I would assume.
Or
So.
it was
That was like split
I
screen,
see.
right?
It wasn't very popular.
I see.
Wasn't that only PS2?
Maybe.
I could be wrong.
Maybe. It
I
was
don't know.
PS2.
I
It
thought
wasn't very popular. I know that. It didn't do
Interesting.
well.
I don't know. Anyway,
All right, I'm up.
You're up.
Assassin's Creed 2.
That's a good one.
It's a good
I
one.
mean, you talk about a jump from the first game to the second game.
The first game was terrible, right?
It wasn't terrible
It
because
flopped.
did it flop? I don't think so because they came out with a second. They greenlit
Yeah,
a second.
I think people were
So
wanting
the
more.
first game was like it was the premise, like I'm this assassin,
Yeah.
things like that. That really got people to like it. But like, yeah, if you go back and look at it, the first game's like not very good.
Yeah.
Like not really a story. Altair's like
it's
whatever.
It's a time and place thing in the like. It's the classic. This is the power of the Xbox.
Yes, right.
Here you go. It's like no different than like Splinter Cell or Morrowind or whatever.
Exactly.
As a showcase.
And then you get the second one. You get Ezio. You get a far more interesting story, in my opinion. A better location in Italy.
Yeah.
And just the mechanics of the game. It really just breathed life into the franchise. And I think that's what sparked everything.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I think Assassin's Creed 2, like definitely a standout.
It's a good one.
In my opinion, hot take.
Yeah.
Quickly turn the game into a reskin of different locations. Same game.
Absolutely.
For Assassin's Creed 2?
Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
Assassin's-
Assassin's Creed is a washed franchise for sure.
Yeah, it's
In my
just
opinion.
literally
Assassin's Creed Odyssey is
Now,
one of the best games ever made.
It's not even that's not even an Assassin's Creed game. It's just
That's
a different game.
Probably why it's one of the
That's
best
exactly.
games ever
You
made.
just don't like Assassin's
So
Creed.
I
here's
didn't
a,
make it to Odyssey.
here's a
because
question
Yeah,
for you.
me neither.
Here's a
I
question.
stopped after Revelation.
Can we consider
Okay.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood
No.
part of this? Why
wait.
not?
Oh,
How can't
fuck,
you?
yeah.
If you're saying Modern
damn
Warfare
it.
2
Yeah.
counts,
Yeah.
why can the sequel to 2
Yeah, because they had
They had three.
Yeah. Then I would change mine to Brother because I think
I
Brotherhood's
thought
the
you might.
best. The best
I
out of
thought
the
you might. I'm
out
just
of the series.
Just putting it out there. Just a little.
But if you're talking
thought
jump
you
from
might.
from
Yeah.
well,
if you're
to
talking,
be
if
fair,
you're talking jump.
the online component in Brotherhood as well was a
Which I
huge.
think they ended that now. I think I just read that.
Oh,
It's
really?
like officially dead.
We talked about playing that.
Yeah.
But that
Anyway.
that was such a huge.
So do you want me to change this to Brotherhood, or do you want to?
it's
You want to
tough.
stick to?
It's
2?
tough. I'm gonna stick to 2 just for the.
Really? Wow.
Well, no.
All right.
Brotherhood is better. Brotherhood is better. But if we're talking jump, 1 to 2 is bigger than 2 to Brotherhood.
Yeah, but I actually like the 1 setting more. I actually
Interesting.
like. I like
Jerusalem,
the old.
yeah.
Yeah, I like the
Yeah.
old school.
I disagree. I think Italy is much more active, much more
Sure.
interesting to me.
I just think it'd
but
be cool to
that's
go
fair.
back and be like, hey, here's a remake of 1. A lot of people thought they were going to remake 1 for like the 15-year anniversary and
yeah.
everything, and then they just.
I will say one makes more sense in terms of the overarching story, where it's like all these holy relics and shit like that.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was so good, and they just went off the rails, and then they were just like, "We messed up, and we're just gonna not do this anymore."
Aliens?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
All right, John, you're up.
All right, my number 4 on my list, since Portal was number 3. Portal 2 is number 3 for me.
Damn, you got one robbed.
Yeah, I got one robbed. Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh,
I didn't even. That's
yeah.
a fantastic one. That's a real
That
good.
is a true sequel.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it improved the game across the board.
My goodness. Yeah.
Different. I played the shit out of that game. Different weapons. The multiplayer aspect was incredible.
Yep.
Being able to play as the monsters and just always destroy everybody, because
Which you technically hadn't won, but it's like here's like 12 other monsters you can be for like different scenarios.
It was also terrible, I think. Right? No one ever played it.
Yeah.
Oh, we played it all the time. I mean, granted, that's
1.
my old ass doing that.
Yeah.
The problem with 1 was once you knew the map, there are specific places in the map where the monsters, you cannot kill people.
Oh, okay.
Right? So if you knew the map,
right,
you just ran through the map, you win.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing anyone can do about it. And then 2 was like, oh, they're camped in a corner where if they have fire, you lose. Now we're going to add this monster that like just bum rushes them, or this guy pulls this guy over the edge or something like that.
Yeah.
And they added a whole bunch of stuff, which was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I played that a lot more than the first one. The first one I still played the campaign with friends, but the second one was just better graphics, better story.
It was the classic Valve thing of they made the first one. It almost when you go back and play it, it's like, was this like a tech demo?
Yeah, right.
Was this like a oh, this was like an idea that somebody had. It caught fire, and then they're like, oh, I think it was within a year, if I'm not mistaken. We talked about like where it's like a year later, they're like, okay, here's 2. This is the game that you wanted.
It's a true Valve thing, because like Gary's Mod is the same exact way. Gary's Mod came from Half-Life 2, and it's like, oh, here's this other game that we got from a mod inside of Half-Life 2. So which maybe brought up, I don't know.
That gives me like Portal vibes too.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
The first one's just like a demo.
Yep,
and then
they bought it off of some
here's the
college
actual
students and,
campaign in Portal
one neat fact with that was like when you look at that, and I think a lot of games don't even still do this, where it's like Left 4 Dead was specific, where as you're shooting them, like zombies are like dying in like different ways. So like if you shoot in a leg, they stumble, and they do. It was like. Even in 1, felt that like all these different death animations, like obviously they were like repeats. It just felt better. There was this level of polish on it that it was like, okay, once you went into 2, and it's like, you have a frying pan now. Here's your melee weapon or whatever. It's like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's very cool.
That's a huge addition. Like 1 didn't have melee weapons.
No,
and you like play
you
2
melee with your weapon, right? Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and you play 2, and you're like, you just thought it was always in there because it's like this, like
and
obviously.
And the thing that gets overlooked a lot was balance, where
when you get bumped.
But they had this like director that was like, all right, if they wait too long here, we're gonna force them to do this. And it was like. And it felt good, where you didn't realize just how good it felt until you're playing like kind of, I'm not going to call it ripoffs because I think it's the same people that made 2, but it was like, oh, here's Back 4 Blood.
Yeah.
It's like literally the same game, but they couldn't capture that same
Left 4 Dead
logic or magic or whatever it is, where it's just like it's more, but it's a perfect example of like more isn't necessarily better.
Right.
Yeah,
2
totally
feels better
agree.
than Back 4 Blood for sure. All the time.
100%. Yeah,
Every time.
100%.
Back 4 Blood looks good, has a lot of good ideas.
Just couldn't get.
Like I think the common theme so far that I'm seeing is like simplicity and just like you know what the game is, and you could like the beauty is you can play that same. You could have the exact same match over and over and over again, and you still do it, and it's still fun.
Yeah.
And that might be like an age thing where like nowadays, like if my nephew's playing a game, he needs to be like, when's the next season? What's the next thing? And I'm putting words in his mouth, but like in this age of like your TikToks and things like that, just like you're I know I'm an old fart or whatever.
Now mentality.
Yeah, it's like your goldfish thing of like, cool, no, I did this, I did the thing once, and we do this with even Sea of Thieves, where it's like we did the story mission. Now what is there to do? And it's just like
same old stuff.
It's a bad thing of
it's the industry.
Yeah, it's
I think the thing I noticed too so far is that the premise of the first game is what gets it there. But then the second game fully realizes that premise. You know what I mean? So,
it's hey, we're going to try this idea.
Yeah.
Does this idea work?
Yep.
Hey, here's PUBG. different studios. Yeah. A little dark. Yeah. Anyway, is Fortnite a sequel? No, I'm kidding.
All right, you're up, Ty.
Oh shoot. Yeah. All right.
PUBG
hold on.
was first, so technically.
True.
I'm dancing around something that I think you'd have. So I'm going to call out Arkham City.
Yep.
So that is the sequel to Arkham Asylum, which we talk about this all the time. Arkham City was my number one game of all time. So obviously, it's a little weird. It's a very personal thing, but when you're looking at Arkham Asylum and you're looking at, oh, hey, you're bringing in the voice actors from the animated series, which is arguably the best show, TV show, at least in the top. And you're taking, Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy, and now you're putting in a really amazing fight system that is like difficult to master, but it makes you feel real good. You have your stealth that's really well done. You have your action that's really well done. You have all of the puzzles to kind of keep you there. Like even once you're done with the game, you can still go around and like still live in the world and still beat people up and have a reason to go back. You have all the different challenges and things like that. And you have all that in Asylum, and then you go into City, and it's like, oh yeah, you had the Joker and like I think Bane and like Poison Ivy and things like that. Yeah. It's like Mr. Freeze, Penguin. It's like here's all the other guys that you're having going with. Yeah. Oh, by the way, like here's you play as Catwoman for a little while, but guess what? It's actually fully fleshed out, and she's awesome, and it's super fun.
It's been a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah, it's just so really well done that it opens it up. It feels good. And I mean, honestly, like Night, which is the third one, they didn't. It was just more of the same. Like that was such a. You were talking about a jump where you go from this enclosed thing, which I thought was great, this kind of like Metroidvania type game, to this open world game. They made it work, but then like, where do you go from there? And they never really enhanced it as much as they did from like closed to like boom, City. Here you go. Go nuts.
Yeah, just a huge leap. Probably one of the biggest leaps you can see between the first and second game, I think, because it's I mean, the whole city. It went like you said, it's Asylum, like this boxed in kind of thing. And the first game was good too. Like, I think it did very well and everything like that. But man, just fully realized that second game. So I totally agree.
I think the other thing too is like a lot of the time I harp on gameplay as being like the best. The story was very good as well, and I really struggle to think of a game that is so much fun to play and has such a solid story that propels you forward, and the ending was like mind-blowing, and they could just do so much with the property. I thought it was incredible.
Yeah.
It's worth seeing through. If you didn't beat it yet, right?
I haven't yet. No, it's on my list. I'm still doing that. I'm still doing Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's really good too.
Doing both of those. So.
Spider-Man's good.
Trying to find time with Splatoon 3, so no. And then we're doing Overwatch 2.
If only it was Splatoon 2, it might have been
honorable mention to Splatoon 2, but
3's better.
Splatoon 2 was very good.
Very good.
3 knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, I see. Well, you can do a what do they call it? A threequel?
Threequel?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I was going to bring up earlier, but yeah.
All right, my turn. Tyler did his favorite game of all time. I'm going to do mine, Mass Effect 2.
Just leaving it for you. Just leaving it on the table.
Yeah, you said that. I was like, all right, I'm going to hit it off the tee. What can I say about this game I haven't already said? Now, here's the thing. It's kind of interesting because there is kind of two camps. Some people like the first game better because it was more of an RPG, like true RPG in that sense.
Sadist, yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
True, but like you can't argue that the mechanics of the game were just vastly improved to the second one. Like the combat was just better. I mean, if you go back and play the first one, it was clunky. Like the mantling was not good. The running was janky and weird.
Sure.
So I would say the combat's better in the second one. I understand that like they simplify it a lot, which is fair. I don't mind that because I'm not that smart, but purists, I guess, fair. But I think the story was much better. Like they just flesh it out more.
We don't say simplify anymore. By the way, we say it's more accessible.
Negatively,
it's just more accessible for everybody.
Negatively complicated.
Yeah,
negatively. There we go.
Anyways, Mass Effect 2, fantastic game. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I
mean, another game that's. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So there it is.
Very good. Very good choice. Very good choice.
Thanks, buddy.
Number 5, and I have some honorable mentions as well. So
yeah.
My number 5. This one is this is more to the point of the. I kind of want to talk about the first one. Destroy All Humans 2.
Oh, wow.
That's
Dig it in that pocket. I'll
interesting.
put it on the list, I guess.
It's not that great.
no, I want to hear this. This is
Okay.
fantastic.
So the first one was really good. Really, really good. It was like
Yeah.
it was a console game only.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then the second one, it was still fun, but it just you mainly played it for the fact you played the first one. So the nostalgia. I'm not really going to do a job of selling it here, but it was a good game. I really liked the first one more than the second one.
Okay, yeah, you're really selling it.
It's as far as like changing things, it didn't really change anything. It's the same game, just a different story. So
A lot of butt jokes, probing jokes.
yeah,
Sure.
We
So-
did say best sequels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. I'll change one to
No,
no.
I appreciate your nostalgia.
No,
There.
I'll change here, and this is actually, it sort of feeds a little bit off the Arkham City with the open worldness. Just Cause 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that was,
okay.
that was really fun. It's mindless. You just
Yeah.
go around, blow shit up. Do missions that
Sure.
you save the world or whatever. So
Yeah.
the little open world you're in, you just go around and kill stuff.
Put it
So
on the list. I don't know how we're doing. I mean, we'll just.
I'd prefer, I think, Just Cause 2 over Destroy Humans 2. So
I mean, you could put.
I
Once we
messed-
start calling this list, I feel like Destroy All Humans is like an easy, like, yeah, okay.
yeah, I
How
remember
much
that.
do you like that? Is it better than Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah,
Ever hear of that
sure.
game?
well, that's why
Yeah.
it was number 5.
Yeah.
It wasn't,
No, reaching in the bag.
yeah.
No, that's good. All right, we're running short on time. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Actually, the only one I haven't talked about is Gears of War 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
one,
Yeah, yeah.
my main thing with Gears of War 2, I understand. Like, I did not play a lot of the PvP multiplayer thing. I know that, like, you mentioned how like shotguns were overpowered. It was a whole big thing, which I
Wasn't
thought.
that new though when they came out? Like it wasn't the first one, right? It didn't have it in the first one, really.
I think it had multiplayer in the first one.
Did it?
Yeah,
But it wasn't that good though, right?
right. Well, the reason why I like 2, I mean, I actually like the story too, but how many times do we say horde mode
Yeah.
in a game?
yeah, right.
That
Yeah.
was the OG, like, this
started
is
horde
horde
mode, right?
mode.
It was like
It was
this,
literally
yeah.
called that.
Like
So-
Halo 2 starting SWAT, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like there needs to be some sort of like hat tip to that where
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
oh, okay, actually this was a fantastic idea that like not a lot of games, like a lot of games have the waves of enemies, and that's
Sure,
just like
sure.
we've just labeled it horde mode. But horde mode was so much more than that, and we would play like long into the night and have all the different strategies on like, okay, we barricade here and we do this and this is how we like,
Right.
and you like start memorizing the number of waves and things, and it was such a good time that having something that was so like, oh, is the PvP too competitive for you, but you still want to play with like your friends? It's like,
Yeah.
here you go, you can play this for hours.
Yeah,
and
same
have a
idea
good
as like
time.
it probably sparked zombies, right? For the
Sure,
Call of Duty's
yeah.
franchise,
Yeah.
right? 'Cause
Yeah.
that didn't really exist until World at War.
World at War,
which
yeah.
was after Gears 2, I think.
And it
right?
was so simple. It was just like this little like, oh, I don't know, here's like a bonus thing,
Yeah.
and then that was literally like, oh, we're gonna make like its own game at one point. Yeah,
yeah.
No, that's a good call out. I prefer 3 because I think they really improved on like even horde mode in 3. I just remember it was like
absolutely.
because
Yeah.
you had like the actual things you can implement into the map, right? Like
Yep.
barricades and
yeah.
shit.
I mean, honestly, if you go down that thing, like 5 is
even
incredible.
Yeah,
Like, it's
and
really,
35,
really good.
Yeah,
As
Yeah.
it should be, right?
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
the 5th in the franchise. Yeah.
you would,
yeah,
you would
for
think.
sure.
I think 5 is actually way better than it has any right to be. Because at some point, there's like look at Call of Duty, where it's like, okay, after you put out enough of these, it's like, yeah, all right, like it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah. One thing I thought about too, not to hog up the time, but when we're talking about like Black Ops 2, is that like a
I thought
I
of,
was-
I thought of a
okay?
different one. So.
I was gonna mention it for my brother because that's his favorite Call of Duty.
yeah?
Black Ops 2 is a great game.
technically 2.
The last
Technically 2.
last great Call of Duty, I would say.
I would take Black Ops 2 over Modern Warfare 2.
That's blasphemy. That's fucking
Because-
ridiculous.
Because no,
That's insane.
I wouldn't on the normal multiplayer, but if you look
Sure.
at it in terms of a package,
Yeah.
it did a lot of cool things in the campaign. Not everything landed, but it was like, oh, choose your own adventure type of thing, which was neat.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
had zombies, which Black
Yeah.
Ops 2 had one of the best zombie maps still,
Yep.
with like the little train thing or bus thing or whatever.
Transit. Or,
Yeah. Yep. It's amazing.
Yep. Yep.
Where you literally like, oh, you like the first Call of Duty zombie map ever? we just threw that in as like a stop along this massive zombie thing. So it's like, oh, you could play here if you want. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was really cool. And then like the multiplayer was good. Like it was a solid game. So like that's why I personally I could make the argument that Black Ops 2 would be.
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
What's your fifth?
See, I'm like going back and forth in this. I have a couple honorable mentions. We don't have to put on the list.
Just shout them out.
But
that's fun.
I want to honorable mention Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
Good one.
Fantastic game.
They remade that.
Yeah. And that was another example. Like the first one's like, oh, this is cool. I get to skateboarding game.
Yeah.
And 2 was like, oh no, this is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And they remade. I guess they remade 1 and 2.
Right. It was all with package
but
deal.
2 was like the fucking everyone
better.
had 2, dude. Yeah. Like 2 was like when it really
1 didn't
took off.
exist.
Exactly. It's like, can you remember anything from 1? No. Everything you remember from Tony Hawk Pro Skater from a kid is
2.
The second
Coming
game.
through the glass in the main level.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 was a great game. I know Dwayne will appreciate that.
Sure.
Shout out. I don't think they did change a lot. Like they had the different forms and stuff, which is like a huge change. But the story was like so much more vast in the second one. It was just another example of like everything just kind of got a quality of life improvement. Just better all around.
I have one.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I have a really, honestly.
This is the rapid fire round.
This
Darth Vader going to be happy?
This should honestly be number in my top 5. And I made a mistake. Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Because talk about being irrelevant and then becoming relevant. Every other game before it.
That might be my favorite Battlefield. It's either that or Battlefield 3.
It is my favorite Battlefield. Yeah,
it's really
but
close.
I mean, tell me another Battlefield before that wasn't any good.
Battlefield 2.
Yeah.
Nope.
On PC, yeah, dude, it was like classic.
Actually, come to think of it, I think it was Battlefield 2 that was the one that had like a stack of discs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Battlefield 2.
Yeah, it was like it was like a red 2 on the case or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Bad Company 2 though.
Yeah,
easily my favorite.
1,000 hours of fun.
Great campaign back when they actually had a campaign.
Yep. Yeah.
1,000 hours of fun easily.
Yep.
And the multiplayer is fantastic too.
And then another one to the GameCube, Pikmin 2.
So give me Pikmin 2.
That's what Tyler was talking about
play
last week.
Tinykin. If you like Pikmin 2, it's on
Pikmin.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
Tinykin is a fantastic game.
I loved Pikmin, man. It was so cute.
You might actually, I'm not even joking, you might actually like Tinykin.
Okay, you have to text
on
it to
Game
me. I'll
Pass.
forget it. You have to text it to me.
I will. Are we talking about Battlefront at all? Do we
Battlefront 2?
care about Battlefront 2?
Oh,
yeah.
fuck. That's another really good one.
So Battlefront 2 is just at top of mind because we were like...
I'm talking in 2005.
AoE 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
The what?
AoE 2?
AoE 2? Age of Empires?
Age of Empires 2?
I never played it. I was going to go kind of along those same lines. So I'm thinking Battlefront 2.
Yep.
I'm thinking Warcraft 2. I know that's very personal for me. I don't know if you guys actually
3
do
was
that.
better than 2, but sure.
2 had ships, and I was thinking that 3 is good and 3 does the whole like hero thing.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about a pure like RTS like orcs, humans, you're not no other races, no other different like now you're undead or you're the elves or whatever. It's like it is very like almost like chess. It's like orcs, humans, you go at it, you have all the different ships and everything. It was really cool. So you have that. You have Twisted Metal 2, which I don't think you guys are Twisted Metal fans.
I never played it.
Not really.
Twisted Metal 2, very good. StarCraft 2 is good. I was never into StarCraft as much.
Okay.
I like StarCraft, but Warcraft's like my bread and butter.
Yeah,
on that
I was a StarCraft guy.
Yeah.
StarCraft should be on there, but I just never got into it. But StarCraft 2, like you talk about a leap from one.
I'm not good enough at it, but StarCraft 2 was
You got to mention it.
I want to throw out SOCOM 2. There's Spyro. I didn't think Spyro 2 was as good as the first one. Soul Calibur 2 was a good one.
Ooh,
Tekken 2 was an okay one if you want to go into fighting games.
If you're doing fighting games, it's got to be Street Fighter 2.
Soul Calibur
probably. I was never a
that's
Street
like
Fighter
the
guy. But
Street Fighter, yeah. I'm not a Street Fighter guy either, but that's just the
we would
history
consider technically that Mario Kart 64 is the second
iteration.
Mario Kart game. Yeah, that would be the sequel. Would be Mario Kart 64.
Technically.
What about Double Dash since it's a double amount of fun?
Ironically, Mario Bros 2.
Not good.
Not as good. It's okay.
Super Mario 3 is better than Super Mario 2.
Can I put Yoshi's Island on the list as being the Super Mario World 2?
You can. It's not going to win.
It's not going to win, but can I just... Okay, honorable mention. We're just throwing these out there.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Sure.
Wow, okay.
They call
brush it off. He brushes
was,
off every time.
I was looking at lists. They called Grand Theft Auto 5 a sequel.
There's
a sequel.
It's a sequel.
Sequel to what?
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft, but it's the
Anything
fifth
past
one.
the first one is still a
also-
sequel, right?
What's
Also,
the
there's like San Andreas and Vice City all before that. And Grand
wasn't
Theft Auto
Vice
3.
City 1? Wasn't
Yeah.
Vice City
No,
1?
Vice City was not one.
No, Grand Theft
They had
Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
I don't even know what
Grand Theft Auto is
That was
literally a
fucking-
top-down game.
PlayStation
Yeah.
1, baby.
Jesus.
Grand Theft Auto PlayStation 1.
That's wild.
Vice City came out after 2 and 3.
Luigi's
was-
Mansion 2. Like, I'm just trying to think of all the different 2s.
Well, we're not
and
going to get
things,
all of
Yeah.
them, but
No, I know.
I ended up pulling up a whole list of it today. and it was
Bioshock
yeah.
2.
Eh.
Bioshock 2 was... the DLC was what saved that one. But no.
See, I originally had Infinite on here because I thought we were going any
Uh-huh.
sequel, but yeah, I agree.
Honorable mentioned, if we're going to do that, CSGO.
Yeah. you wanna-
Yeah.
So I asked you about CSGO because I thought Go was the second one. But apparently, not even close.
The Counter-Strike exists, and then Condition Zero. Those
Yeah.
are both Xbox games. And then like CS 1.2, 0.3, 0.4, all the way to 0.6. And then 1.6 is the most popular of the 1 points.
Yeah.
And then you had Source, and then you had Go in 2012.
Oh my gosh.
So from
My
2012,
was
So
like,
it's,
yeah.
7th.
yeah, 2012 until
If we ever do
now.
a septuplet list,
Yeah.
that's it right there.
Go is the best game.
Yeah, no,
of the
100%.
CS,
100%.
CS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. When we do best maps of all time, I mean, it's probably a CSGO map.
That's going to be
Dust 2.
That'll be a top 5.
That's an original Counter-Strike map.
Yeah, but
1.6.
it counts as throughout all
Sure,
of them.
but
yeah.
it's in
Yeah. But anyways, the game that sparked this whole conversation in the first place was Sly 2, Band of Thieves.
Yeah.
So
I think you're the only one to play that, right? You play Sly 2?
No,
Yeah.
no.
you
play
Sly
that.
Cooper.
No.
So it's not going to win, but I do want to point it out. Like if you do look at the first second game, it is unbelievable. It's very much it's the same thing as Arkham, where the first game, well, not the same thing, but the first game's linear, kind of platformy,
Yeah.
right? And it's supposed to be a stealth game, but the first one's not really stealth because it's like a kind of like a platforming
Right.
game. But the second one is quasi open world, stealth mechanics, all this shit. Like the amount of mechanics they add, it's unbelievable. It's night and day. So.
Okay, I've got
mean, you
two
could-
for you here.
Yeah.
Red Alert 2.
Okay.
Command
That's a good
Conquer
one.
Red Alert
Yeah.
2. Very
yeah.
good game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Conquer Reloaded. Technically
Technically sequels. Yeah, sure.
They remade it, and Conquer
Yep.
Reloaded was
Oh,
awesome. If you were under 12, it was awesome.
one that's actually good is
Uncharted 2.
Okay.
Uncharted 2. Yes,
Uncharted 2 is a
great.
good one. Yeah.
Resident Evil 2.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's
The
like,
remake for sure.
Time
but-
Crisis.
Well,
Time Crisis 2.
Time Crisis. I love Time Crisis 2.
I just played Time Crisis 5
Dude, there's
at
so
the Dave and
many.
Buster's.
So many
5.
sequels.
I didn't know they made a 5.
My
Yeah.
favorite was 3. Time
My
Crisis
favorite was
3
4.
was.
4 was good. They had 2. They had that on PS2 as well.
Crackdown 2. You ever
Well, I
play
used to
that?
play the
Crackdown was pretty good.
Wildwood
Crackdown 1.
Highlands.
I never
Crackdown
played 2.
2.
Oh, 2 I think was the.
It came out recently.
I could be wrong.
It
Maybe
came out
Crackdown was
recently.
the better one. I
Crackdown was a
forget.
better one. Crackdown 2
Yeah.
kind of flopped, in my opinion.
Yeah, that might be right.
And just for people who like bad games, Dark Souls 2. I think that's
That's
I tried Dark Souls.
yeah.
It was
what a
terrible.
garbage game.
the worst game.
Yeah,
franchise.
Time Crisis 5. You have 2 pedals, left and right.
Ugh, fuck that.
Very confusing.
Yeah, that seems terrible.
Very confusing. But
All right,
it was fun.
It's sad how much we're missing, but I feel like we got the ones that are near and dear to our hearts.
Absolutely.
Because like, and not to even just kind of throw this out there, but like Pokemon Gold and Silver technically would be.
Is
Yeah,
it gold
the
and
second
silver,
gen,
or
second
is
gen.
it?
gold and
'cause-
silver, it's gold and
yeah,
silver.
Yeah.
I would personally
I played
put that
gold.
above
Yeah, I played
because
gold, yeah.
those are what I started with. But I know
Yeah.
the purists like the red and blue.
I never
shit.
played Gold and Silver. So I can tell you.
Oh, I
They're
played
very
that.
good.
I assume I would if
I
it's the
love
same.
gold.
Isn't Gold
I
and
was
Silver?
gold. My brother got silver. I got gold.
Don't you
gold,
play the
yeah.
original game?
Got the ho
in
ho.
that?
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same game.
Same game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same game. It's just for the Game Boy Advance instead of for the Game
Yeah.
Boy. That's all it was. I mean, I played Red.
Yeah.
Or, Red. And then
Well,
I
Gold and
played
Silver
Gold.
were original Game Boy. They were the full cartridges, and then when you went to Leaf Red and
right, but
Blue
they
or
were-
whatever,
They were still advanced. You could still play them in the advance.
You
though.
could, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I played them out of the advance.
all right, so I can run down this list real quick. We got about
Well,
5 minutes.
Jack and Daxter 2 is a good,
Okay,
is a good one
yeah.
too.
Anything else?
Ratchet and Clank going
Ratchet and Clank,
Commando.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, it's
I'm done.
like
I'm
those
done.
platformers. Sarge's Heroes too. Okay.
Ratchet and Clank's not a platform.
Sarge's Heroes a good game. Sarge's
Sergeant
Heroes too.
Heroes 2.
So officially on the list, we have Mass Effect 2, Gears of War 2, Modern Warfare 2, Arkham City, Portal 2, Halo 2, Team Fortress 2, Call of Duty 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, or Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood?
Ooh.
No,
I forget. I think it's just Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I think you're right. Yeah.
Right.
Left 4 Dead 2, Just Cause 2, Bad Company 2.
Fuck.
Just Cause 2, I think, is a quick.
Yeah,
I don't think it hangs with the rest of the group
game.
here.
Yeah.
Dump it.
I think, given our, out of all of these, I feel good about putting Bad Company 2 on the list.
Yeah. Top 5.
Is that something that
yeah, you can get it on there. Get it on there. It is good.
I'm trying to
in my top 25, I was really torn between.
I almost had it on my top
Battlefield
25.
3 and Bad Company 2.
It.
While Bad Company 2 is the better game, I just had better experiences with Battlefield 3 because that was like the peak
I had better
when I was playing
with
my
two.
friend. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, it's an age thing.
Actually, what about Titanfall 2?
Nope.
I hate it.
That's fine. It's
only
fine.
one likes Titanfall.
I know. Titanfall 2 is the best shooter ever made. It's fine. Whatever.
Tyler fucking loves
How do we feel about
Titanfall,
Portal 2? I feel like all of us were hot
Yeah,
on
you
that one.
gotta put it on there.
It has to be on there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and put Mass Effect 2 on because I don't think you played that.
Fine. I didn't play it, but it's fine.
All right. So just for a heads up, Mass
is
Effect
tough.
2, Portal 2, and
Yeah.
Bad Company 2 all on the list. So it means
Yeah.
we have 2 slots open.
Yeah.
Gears of War 2, I'm fine taking off. Didn't seem
Yeah.
like you guys were super into that. I just wanted to call out the Horde mode. That's
Yep.
good enough.
Yep.
Do we want to have the conversation between Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 2? Not that they both can't be on the list, but then that our list is done. So I just want to...
Why don't we come back?
Come back to that one.
Sure. One of them has to be on there.
Yep. How do we feel about Arkham City?
Oh, fuck. Keep going. Keep going. I don't want
Yeah,
to take it off. I don't want to take it off.
Arkham
pass.
City?
You got to say something that I want to take off.
Team Fortress 2?
We could probably take that off. It was good.
We can take it
It was
off.
very good.
I think so, just because I wasn't in love with it. I would love for us to
I want to
fall
play
in love
it.
with it.
I want to play it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a good pick.
Yeah.
It's a very good game.
It's a good pick.
Left 4 Dead 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I played a ton of Left 4 Dead 1. I played a lot of 2 as well.
I played
a
a
lot
shit
of
ton
one.
of 2.
I play.
Yeah, okay.
Too.
Is it enough for top 5, given everything
If we
you
have
said?
to have a Call of Duty on there, no.
We don't have to have a Call of Duty on here.
John
we could put Titanfall
disagrees with you.
instead. Oh, we didn't put Call of Duty on? Okay.
I mean, I don't. I mean, if it's my
Well,
choice.
here's the thing. We're split 3 ways because you would do Call of Duty 2, you would do
Correct.
Modern Warfare 2, and
Yep.
I would do Black Ops 2.
Correct.
So how do you...
So do we not
We
take
just
one
to
on
put
then?
nothing on there.
Yeah.
Everyone
to
loses.
stick it to Call of Duty, we say...
I
Epic.
think Arkham City has to be on there.
I think so too.
Personally,
You didn't
really
finish
good.
it.
But
It's
I've
so
played it. It's
really
good.
amazing sequel.
I can't fight. I have to fight for it, considering it's my favorite game. But I also,
Yeah.
I want to. I don't want to be overly biased.
no.
I think it makes a
It's-
good case that if you're talking sequels,
Yeah.
I truly don't think there's a better sequel on here than Arkham City, and I'm putting Mass Effect
Well, that's
on
because,
that list.
That's because Slide 2 is
Portal,
not on
everything.
there.
Yeah, well,
to be
there's a
fair.
reason why it's not even on the list. Okay, so we have one spot open for Modern Warfare 2, Halo 2, Call of Duty 2. I'm gonna say Black Ops 2. I didn't write it down, but I still want to throw it out there.
Mhm.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Left 4 Dead 2, Halo 2.
Halo 2 for me, 100%.
I don't care for
Ooh,
Halo 2.
Fuck.
Just putting that. I was a Halo 3.
See, I'm in the
In
same
Halo 1.
Yeah, I'm in the
I
same boat.
specifically
Skipped it.
leapfrogged
I
Halo 2.
missed Halo 2. I was too young.
Oh man.
So for me, if I had to vote, I would vote. Oh, that's so tough. I want to say biasly Assassin's Creed.
I don't
Brotherhood?
think
want
think
that. No.
Assassin's Creed
No, I
makes
think you
it.
take that off
So
immediately.
good.
I think if we're skirting the line,
Wait,
of
what? We didn't put a Call of Duty on there. Then.
we didn't.
Oh,
I
shit.
think one of the Call of Duty, we have to have that conversation.
Okay, you can get rid of Assassin's
Unless-
Creed. Then.
I
You can
played
get
a
Assassin's
shit
Creed.
ton of Black Ops.
Assassin's
2
Creed's close, though,
zombies.
Unless we just do the unthinkable and
Balloon Tower Defense 2.
we. Nah, I never play it. Can't do
It's
it.
a Flash game.
Unless we say Left 4 Dead 2 makes it and we just go home. We just shut it down
Left
right
4
now.
Dead 2 is such a
That
good
seems
game.
like the most Left 4 Dead kind of thing to happen, right? It just beats out Modern Warfare 2.
They literally had a portal
clearly
level
better.
in Left 4 Dead 2. Like if you
Yeah.
took the gnome and did the whole thing, you literally met Gladys
Yeah.
in Left 4 Dead 2.
Are you going to budge on COD 2?
Is there a world where
You're not
put
going to budge on
Modern
COD 2? If you're not budging on COD 2, then I'm just putting Left 4 Dead on there.
I love Call of Duty 2 so much.
That's fine.
dude.
I don't think we're going to budge on Call of Duty, so I think they all
So there
cancel each other
is in
out.
the universe where you would say like, okay, Modern Warfare 2. Like we compromise to.
I played a lot of Black Ops 2. The one was the one that we were in college for. Black
Is
Ops
there a
2,
world
right?
where you
Oh,
compromise?
now it goes to
and
me.
play
Holy
Black Ops
shit.
2?
I'll tell you this.
That's what I'm saying.
I rather go Left 4 Dead 2 than Black Ops 2.
Ooh.
I played a
Would
bunch of
you rather do
zombies. I played a bunch of zombies Black Ops. I never played Black Ops 2 online.
Oh.
The online's very good.
Yeah.
I was in college.
See, I didn't play.
So.
I didn't play zombies.
You both are on the Left 4 Dead 2 train over Black Ops 2 then.
I loved Left 4 Dead 2.
Dude, I feel fine with that.
Yeah.
If we're going to do the unthinkable.
Crazy that Left 4 Dead 2 beats Modern Warfare 2, but if Modern Warfare 2 is not even in the conversation somehow.
So here's the thing. I would fight for Modern Warfare 2 and I would fight for Black Ops 2. Like I'm this little. Like,
I think Modern Warfare 2 is better than Black Ops 2.
I'm not casting my vote just yet. But if we all feel good though.
I didn't play enough of Modern Warfare 2. That's the problem.
Or we just do Halo 2.
I cannot in good
that sounds like a hard
do it.
pass
Yeah.
over here.
Halo 2, I specifically just could not.
Such a good game. I just missed the boat. I missed the boat.
Halo 3
Nate
is
ruined
better
it for me because he just fucking destroyed me.
Yeah, well.
Like he was not relenting. It was like I was like 7.
Let's put tell you what. We're going to put Left 4 Dead 4 or Left
4 Dead 2.
Oh, my brain just stopped.
Yeah,
I was like, I see two numbers here. What's going on?
You were smelling like burnt toast.
It was
dude.
bad,
It was
man.
not good.
Oh man. Okay, we're gonna test this list out because we still have to order this correctly.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2,
Yep.
Left 4 Dead 2,
Yep.
Arkham City, Portal 2, Bad Company 2. It's a good list. Don't get me
It's
wrong.
good.
Like
It's
it's a
good.
solid
It's good.
list, and I
It's
think it's a
good.
good compromise.
It's compromise. It's compromise.
What
you would
is-
rather have Left 4 Dead 2 than any of the Call of Duties?
No, I'd prefer Call of Duty 2. But if I have to choose, it is Left 4 Dead 2.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah, I
everyone
have
has
to pick.
their one
I have to
thing.
pick Left 4 Dead 2 because I played.
I
I never
played
played Call
way
of Duty.
more than Call of Duty
Yeah.
2,
Okay.
yeah.
Left 4 Dead 2. Then that's their 5. That's
That's the whole reason why I wasn't like Modern Warfare Allied Assault or Medal of Honor Allied Assault or whatever.
I love that game.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not Bad Company 2.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does
a
that
late
mean
edition.
that Left 4 Dead 2 is automatically number 5?
Yeah.
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 All right. We will put that
Wait. Bad Company 2 made it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
That makes me feel better. There's
was
a
a late
military
edition.
game on
That was a
there.
late
There's a
edition.
shooter on
Sure.
there. Yeah.
I had forgotten about that. That was late edition.
I know, right? That wasn't
That
even
is a
on the list.
fantastic
At the
choice.
11th hour.
That was pretty
It's a
good.
fantastic
I meant to say
choice.
this instead.
Okay.
too.
Number 4.
Ooh.
You're not going to like this.
Okay.
You're going to say Portal, aren't you?
I'm going to
No,
say
it's not.
Mass Effect 2.
No. Arkham is well.
Explain-
if we're talking
explain to me.
sequel, yeah. If we're talking sequel, I agree.
That's what I mean. Like,
We're talking sequel, yeah.
I can get my head around like Left 4 Dead 2 is like kind of an iteration off of it, almost as much as Mass Effect 2, but everything else is like just better.
In City.
I'm saying Arkham City, Portal 2, and Bad Company 2 would be above Mass
We're
Effect
talking
2.
pure sequel in
Yeah.
that respect for sure. All right, I'm good with that.
Okay.
That's fine.
Number 3.
Where are we at? Who's four and five?
We have Arkham City, Portal 2, Bad Company 2.
I'd say
Still doing anything.
Bad Company 2.
5 is Left 4 Dead 2. 3 is Mass Effect 2.
Wait, what? 3 is what?
3 is Mass Effect 2.
What's 4?
I'm sorry. 5 is Left 4 Dead 2. 4
Yeah.
is Mass Effect
Yeah.
2.
I think
my body physically can't say.
What are you saying? What are you doing? Yeah.
Mass Effect 3 always has to be in the top 3. Or Mass Effect 2 has to be in the top 3. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's too many numbers here on
you
my
are
screen
really
right now.
messing every
I
number
need
up.
food.
All
All
right.
right.
I think Bad Company 2 should be number 3. That's my vote.
If we're talking sequels, I can agree with you in that Portal 2 was such a fantastic, specifically sequel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I want to log onto my computer and play Portal 2 over Bad Company 2 right now? No. But when we're talking about the next game,
Right.
Yeah.
I would agree with you that I feel like Bad Company 2 would be okay at 3.
That's where my head's at here.
Yeah.
That's the only way I can rationalize Mass Effect 2 not being
Rationalizing it that way, I kind of want to move Mass Effect 2 to 3
over
over
Bad
Bad
Company
Company
2?
2.
You're not going to see any arguments from me, pal. You got to look over there.
You never played Mass
Convince
Effect
him,
2,
I
right?
never played Mass Effect.
You got to convince him.
I loved Battlefield Bad Company 2. Although your point about playing it now, I have zero interest in playing it now because the servers are hackers and it's
Oh my God, yeah,
but it still plays. But it still plays good. We played it on
the heyday.
2042, and it still played well. Like once you put that rule set and that physics, it was like, oh no, it wasn't me just getting worse at Battlefield. It was
Battlefield
this game makes
terrible.
you feel like a god
Yeah,
across.
yeah,
I'm sniping
right.
people with RPGs and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
just fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's pure
You're right.
fun.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. We'll leave it there for right now.
So we're agreeing that Portal 2 is number 1 then, because you can't put Arkham City at number 1.
Your
Portal-
face. He's like, 2. I thought I was going to get away with it.
I will be completely honest. I'm fine with either. Portal 2 is very good. Do you truly think Portal 2? Well, you never finished Arkham City, so that's tough.
That's the problem.
I'm obviously super biased.
I would say Arkham City. The jump
is number 1
from 1 to 2 is like, it's like you said, every aspect of the game. Well, you could say that for Portal 2 as well, but I just think
I was gonna say Portal 2 added like the writing was like Stephen Merchant had just pages and pages and pages of just, hey, this is your line. And then he just kept recording, just kept going. I was just like, okay, let's do it this 12,000 different ways.
Yeah.
It was.
Hey, you want to put Portal 2 up there? That's fine.
Oh man,
I'm cool either way.
So here's the thing with this. I actually want Portal 2 to do it because when you're looking at Portal 2, in Portal 1 you had your portals. That's it.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought they'd be introduced that in the second one.
But that's it. Portal 2, you had all the different gels. You had all the different types of gels. You had the story. You had the entirely new multiplayer, which had a whole different aspect. You had the workshop. You had all this extra stuff.
Yep.
Only thing
all right, now start talking about City.
We talked about City. And City is fantastic too. But City was...
improvements.
And I hate that I'm trying to diss City now, but more villains, great story, but you still kept the same thing and you made it bigger.
Sure.
And bigger is better, but...
That's what Portal did. It kept the same thing and made it bigger, better. It's the same. We're talking about the same thing.
It is, but I would argue Portal... I feel like Portal added more different game mechanics where like Batman... And I know I'm being reductive here, but Batman, it was... You have your stealth mode, you have your attack mode. That's it. If anything, like Arkham Knight, where they introduced like the Batmobile, that's something new and whatever. Right. You need a couple more gadgets, but you still did the main 2 things of sneak around, take out as many guys as you can, drop down, fight the rest, move on.
Yeah,
right.
Portal, again, solve the puzzle, get to the next room. You can reduce anything.
Yeah.
But the different physics and ways of thinking and different things like that.
I think too the multiplayer aspect alone, right? There's no multiplayer in Batman.
That's the thing.
That's
is
like
you have some challenge modes, but you had that in the first one too, so it's not even
right.
Yeah.
But I can play that with a friend.
Well, the story just opens up too.
You can't
in Portal 2.
It's playing the game differently, where it's like now you're playing together, which is a different way of playing the game versus Batman, where I guess with Gotham Knights coming out, that's the closest thing you're going to get to multiplayer.
Right. It's not going to really
That's
change.
how I would justify
it. Stay the same.
Hey, I don't care. I mean, this is up to you guys. I can see either one. I can see either one.
For me, it's number 1 because of the multiplayer aspect, simply because of...
I think that's a very good argument.
The ability to do that. I mean, Arkham's not going to give you that because it's not designed that way. Yeah. But you're still going to have the... Like in Portal 2, like, you can scream at your friend through the glass, hey, idiot... Over there. We really do need to play the multiplayer. I feel like that would sway too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you guys need to.
Due to timing, we are going to chisel this in.
Yep.
See how this feels.
Sure.
Left 4 Dead 2 is number 5. Mass Effect 2 is number 4. Bad Company 2 is number 3. Arkham City is number 2. Portal 2 is number 1.
You did it.
I like it.
Well done.
That's it.
Yep.
That's a weird list, but I like the list. I mean, those are all fantastic games. Everyone should play them.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good choices. I mean, you can have a million iterations of that list, and it would make sense to a lot of people. So, all right, that's all we got. We're late, so thanks for joining us. Check us out online, couchcompany.games, at Couchco Games.
Yep, on Twitter. Yeah. Give us 5 stars on Spotify. It's a big deal.
We need to get to 10.
Yeah, apparently we have more than 10. I can confirm we have more than 10 listeners. Yeah. So everyone that's listening it's specifically on Spotify. So if you're listening to Spotify, hit the 5-star, please.
Yeah. Cool. All right, that's all we got. We'll see you next time, same place.
Thanks for joining, John.
Hey, thanks for having me.
John 2, my sequel. We'll see you next time. Peace.